Well, the only way to start the show today, from my perspective, is actually to press start. And I think we have a problem straight out of the gate. And I don't think it's working. I think we have a problem. I think we have Rumble, we have Kick, we have Twitch, we have LinkedIn. Do we have YouTube? I don't know if we have YouTube. I can't see this YouTube sticker anywhere. And then we've X. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rumble didn't start. Well, there you go. We have got YouTube. And I can tell that. Well, I've got a bit of a rant to go on before we get started. It all started this morning. Hopefully I can bring up the screen without incriminating anyone. But it all started this morning with this Telegram guy that was convincing me that he knows how to trade and he's one of those men. And all I had to do was sign up for the platform. And I've got
a full set of tools ready for you. AI bot, copy trading, mentorship, and a private VIP channel. All designed to help you earn faster, smarter, and with real support. You don't have to figure it out alone. Just plug in and start growing. My friend, I earned my first money through sweat and hard work. I worked construction in India for 6 months to start trading. Most successful people went through struggle and many failures. And what would you achieve just by staying silent? You know, there were times in my life when my family didn't have enough money. Didn't complain or sit around. I was not doing that. Went to construction work at 15. Understood that the world is like that. And tears cannot fix anything. I only strengthened my belief. Hard times make people stronger. What have you done to reach a stable income?
Okay. So I woke up this morning listening to that guy. And I thought, excuse me, I thought, I'm just trying to find something else before I flip screens. Somebody's trying to ring me at the moment. I'm still trying to get myself in order here before I take anyone on the floor. But, yeah, and I found where I want to be. So what I will do is I will pick up the phone, but I don't know who that is. Hello, hello. Who's that? A bird. That's great. Don't know who that is, but it's a nice looking bird. You're more than welcome to have a speak, but you got yourself a mute. You need to switch that off if you want to say good day. But we're not going to go there first of all. I'm going to tell you what I really wanted to do today and what I've prepared for. Now, a wee while ago, we did a blog on a company called Global Glamping. And it's turned into something I didn't really want to investigate because at the start, I actually thought it was more of a dispute. About business, a business dispute, a civil matter. So I started investigating on this Triple G resort investment thing. I actually wrote the biggest blog of my life, and we heavily investigated Devon, Alan Toll. And since then, we found out where he lives, such a beautiful little house, and we don't normally dox people, but this is where he lives, and he reckons he's got a good deal on this lovely property where he doesn't have to pay in it for 2 years, right to occupy it. So it's another person's dream that's probably going to go down the tram. But anyway, since we've started investigating him, we started investigating the marketing company, the people behind it, and it has become a rabbit hole that I probably actually happy that I started going down. So just yesterday I went to bed and we've written the introduction. We're talking about Devon. We're talking about, it's not even the right introduction, I think we got, yes. And then we're talking about this Lorenzo guy, and we're talking about phone sales. Phone sales have come back and given me videos of the meetings they had with Devlin. They've given me all the contracts. We found out that Lorenzo has his own holiday park, and he's offering a very similar sort of package, and he's trying to help victims. And then I'm going, hold it a minute. We've got a guy that used to sell a failed opportunity that never got off the ground. We've got a sales phone company that was charging 40%. So if you bought a complex for $200,000, they would take $80,000 for them to get the sale over the line. And then Lorenzo started turning up. He used to work for phone sales, but then phone sales fell out with Lorenzo, and then Lorenzo's now doing his own thing, very similar to what Devlin's doing. So you can imagine what rabbit hole I went down trying to get a statement from Lorenzo, a statement from phone sales, and obviously Devlin didn't want to talk to us anymore. And then we went through company records, and we've finally got it to the stage where the blog is fucking amazing. So then I said to ChatGPT, rightio, let's move on to the next paragraph. And it talks about how the thing unfolded and it got really cool. And then I said something silly to it that you didn't mention about the 40% commission. And then the blog turned into a long, stringy blog, which isn't my style of writing. So then I yelled at ChatGPT for a while, and it started producing something I didn't like. So I went to bed last night thinking this blog has turned into, see the sort of conversations you have with ChatGPT, very disheartening if you love ChatGPT. So then it's given me the third paragraph to continue with. And it mentions 40% here. And it just doesn't resonate with me. So now I'm at the thing where I have to re-educate ChatGPT and tell it to stop being lame, start being more direct, don't lose your train of thinking, don't lose what this whole next article's about. And then come along our friend at Telegram. And here's another day trader, which is not a real person. Don't think Danny's been fooled by thinking that this guy's a real person. A whole bunch of lies about day trading, a whole lot of graphics about how successful everyone will be if you become a day trader. But what you need to do is believe that this guy's got a FCA certificate and that he's been approved by the government. And look, there's even a photo of him holding up a certificate. Now, anybody like me knows that to get a certificate from the FCA with your name on it and a plaque like that, they don't sort of issue them. I've never really seen them. And if you put them into ChatGPT into a reverse image search, the only people that seem to have these certificates are people who are running scams that I've investigated in the past. So using that as credibility. And then I said to ChatGPT, oh, look, just have a quick look at it. I want to investigate this one day, maybe not today. And then it come back and they said, oh, it's promoting a thing called pocket options. And would you believe that the FCA have posted a warning about pocket options back in 2021 and recently February 2026. So here's somebody who's trying to build credibility with me and trust by proving that he's approved by the FCA. But the same organisation's putting out warnings about what he's promoting. That doesn't make sense. So I thought, well, there's probably a blog in there. So then I thought I'll go back and ask this idiot a whole lot of questions. And all he kept on saying to me was, look, buddy, I hear you and your long list of questions, but I'm not here to do paperwork or sit down through an interrogation. I'm a trader who makes money by acting on opportunities, not by debating regulations or writing audits reports for strangers on the internet. So I'm a stranger, but he wants to be my best friend. So I thought, well, stuff you, mate. You don't know who you're talking to. So next minute, here I am putting together another blog. And it's a brilliant blog. We've got photos of him. We've got, if anyone's searching for this guy, he's just dirt. And then we went through and pocket options, it was called. And we went to the FCA. We even managed to find the real company behind the FCA. And then we've emailed them off to say, do you know that somebody's out there impersonating that they're you, blah, blah, blah. What else? We had the trading results. And it's a pretty good blog. And we're going to go through that pretty soon. Right, but there's been some other things that have happened since then, and I think we need to address those first. So as you may know, we've I don't know where to start. Let's start with Mike first. So when I'm talking trading lately, I'm thinking traders, day traders. So now we've got real world traders, and these are people that are real. We've seen them. We know they really exist. You can touch them, squeeze them, and hug them. You can do anything you like to them, really. And then we've got Mike. Now, Mike is a successful day trader. He's the man. He's living the dream. He's now moved to Dubai, where he's always wanted to be. In the last 4 years, he's been to 50 countries, and he's rich. And he wants to share his wealth with you and his knowledge with you, and he wants you to do a course. So it just so happened this morning I received a video from somebody stating that he's bitterly disappointed with people who he let sign up for his course simply because no one is doing his course. 17% of people, so he says, and that's a load of rubbish. I don't even believe it will be 1% of people have sat there and followed his course and actually done what he said. I'm just going to see if I can actually find the
Everyone who joined the
oh, brilliant! I have. It's right here in front of me. That's a thing. So let's just have a look and see. And we're going to do a whole feature on this. Hopefully this works.
everyone who joined the mini app, you are
Alrighty. So let's go back to here. And once I've finished my rap, we'll go through stuff. So we've got Mike, and somebody gave me this, and I'm going to use this recording that they gave me because they thought I didn't have access to it, but I did. But I like the format that they've given it to me. But this is Mike, True Money Mike, telling people in his Telegram group that they have failed because they haven't done his course. And then we're going to have a look at the first part of his course, and another day soon coming to you, we will actually go through his whole course and everything. So let's have a listen here.
everyone who joined the mini app, you are officially a part of this family. And in this family, we do things with discipline. Think back to the day you were trying so hard to get into the mini app. Some of you still haven't finished the course. So let me ask you, why did you join if you weren't going to take the first step? You could have taken the place of someone who is ready to start immediately. I'm not saying this to make you feel bad. I'm saying it because I want you to wake up. We are a family, and I want all of us to win together.
Hello, Minute. So what are you in the chat room? You're in my chat room, and you're saying, I'm so bitter about my life. Now, that's an extraordinary claim. I actually love my life. Thanks very much. Hear it from the... So why do you think I'm so bitter about my life? I mean, what I like about my life is I've got a lot of stories to tell. I can empathize with people. I've been successful with money in the past. I'm not now, and I don't admit to be. I live a pretty transparent life. I love my life. It's Friday afternoon here, 2:25. I'm just been out for a run, which I haven't done for a long time. And this time I come home and I didn't feel like dying, which is great. Had a shower, warmed myself up, got myself a bit of a husky voice from running around. But I managed to go for a run. I didn't do a very good time, but I got back and thought, I love what I do. I had a phone call while I'm late today. I had a phone call with my brother who's come up with this brainwave idea that he's going to have my mother that needs to be put in a secure dimension unit, who is now living in a secure dimension unit, not allowed out, that he wants to look after in his own house. And I had to sort of reason with him nicely and sort of say that might not work the way we think it will work, but let's have a look at it. I had to go through my emails, check some court documents to finalise things that we're doing to look after my mum's welfare. My mum's in a religious cult. I respect that. I'm not, and hope people respect the fact that I don't care about religion anymore. Other people in my family are enjoying life. So I don't know why you would actually say I'm bitter about my life. I think that's a bit of an assumption. Because I share about my life publicly and what I do and the day-to-day things that come into my life, I hope that isn't interpreted as bitter. Because most people who know me and know me for a long time think I'm quite comical. I'm fun to be around. I used to work in a co-shared office space for 5 years, maybe even 6 years. And yesterday I went and dropped into my mate who owns the co-shared office space, and we were so we hugged each other and we said, so good to see him, seen for a long time. We caught up. I told him all the things I've been doing. He'd been telling me all the things he's been doing. And I realised I've got a lot of really good friends in my life. I've never pushed them into financial opportunities. I've never told them what to do with their money. In fact, the guy that owns the shared office space, when I first met him, he wasn't a business owner. And I come up with a concept where he could actually own the business he was currently working for. He now owns that business, and now he's jumped from that business into setting up co-shared office spaces. And he's now setting up a second complex. It's actually the fifth one he's set up, but he's now setting up a second one after learning from trial and error. So what I'm getting at is I provide some advice to people, my mates. We all grow together. We don't have animosity. We help each other in business. We do the right thing. We don't cheat in life. And it's quite rewarding when you go back and you think about, the people that you influence in your life and the differences that you make. I fight battles for people who have been scammed by scammers. And I have the scammers fighting back at me, trying to get dirt on me when I haven't done anything. And I'm going to give you an example of that. That's part of my rant today. But if my example of being transparent comes across as me being bitter, then you've kind of missed who I am and what I'm all about. So rather than listening to snippets, stick with me for a wee while and listen to my story, because you might actually get the wrong end of the stick when you are talking about me, because it's easy to sit in the audience when you've just turned up in the first 2 minutes and have your say. But it's pretty obvious you don't really know what you're talking about if you think I'm bitter about my life, because I'm not. Hear it from the horse's mouth. Anyway, so what we were looking at first is Mike. Now, I've been actually trying to help Mike, True Money Mike, and I've said to True Money Mike, why don't you just come clean? You say you love your family. You say that you want your family not to worry about money. $35 million was invested through Mike's advice into Goliath Ventures. When everyone needed him, he took off to Dubai in the hope that he could start up his own business. Now, I believe Mike right now is getting scanned by a company claiming that if he gives them his money, they will make him the man he allegedly thinks he wants to be. Now, what we're documenting is the unfolding of Mike. And for me, because I like doing what I do, because I love the psychology behind the thinking. So I've spent quite a lot of time chatting to Mike over the last 3 or 4 days through WhatsApp, and he's all good to go. He's 37 years of age, roundabout, and he knows more about life than a 56-year-old guy that's watched people like him, try and fail. And I know there's lots of sayings about that. If you don't try, you don't ever succeed. But this guy is failing left, right, and center. And I reckon if I sat down there with Mike in a room, one-on-one, I reckon I could help him. But only when he realizes he needs help. What I like doing now is documenting and trying to actually niggle away with him where he gives up and says, yeah, I've fucked up. This is Mike fucking up. And let's listen to this a little bit more.
I have some really exciting plans that can help you make some extra money, but the first step is simple. Finish the damn course. Make me a promise over the next 3 days, you are going to complete every single lesson. And if you keep your promise, I promise to you that I have something very exciting that I'm going to share with you.
Right. Like I said, that was one part. Now, if you want to come on here, contact desk, there's a link in here called Join Danny the Heck on Stage. And you're more than welcome to come on stage and have a talk to me and tell me how I should run my life anytime you like. If you've got some good advice, I'm open to it. And I sincerely mean that. So being challenged is one thing, but when somebody challenges me, like at the moment I've got Dante, which is probably the person in the room, he's saying that I've said this and I've said that. And I go, I haven't said this and I haven't said that. I've published what I've said and it can't be disputed. But because they don't like what I publish, then out comes all these really strange accusations. And I'm going to show you a couple, which are actually pretty amazing at the moment. I'm going to show you how they actually work in a few minutes. But first, let's just get Mike Shalinsky off my mind. So, go Mike. So Mike's currently in Bali. So we should get a bit of noise in a minute. And he's not very happy with people that haven't done his course.
Around 85% of you still haven't finished the course. Out of hundreds of people who have voted on the poll, 85%.
Now, just to pick on Mikey, I don't know if he's on the back of a motorbike while he's doing this or he's walking in the streets of Bali. But it is kind of funny that he thinks he has to be on the back of a motorbike or have to do, why can't he just sit down and, I don't understand why it has to be a dramatic recording. Anyway, let's carry on.
Percent still haven't finished the course and about 35, almost 40% haven't even started. Make sure you complete it within the next 2 days. I'm sharing these numbers with you because I want this to be a wake-up call. We started this to fight against the people who sell overpriced courses just to fill their own pockets. People who are genuinely successful don't need to sell you a path to success. That's the step I took for you. But my part is only 20% of the journey. The other 80% depends on you taking action. I need you to study the course. I need you to go over the content. I need you to finish everything before you actually start trading. You have 2 days to finish the course if you want to be a part of this family and start making money like everyone.
Yeah, so everything I hear about that makes me laugh because every single one of these promoters, these influencers, all use fear of missing out techniques. Now, that's the plan. And also, when it fails, it all comes back to being you who was the failure. And everything that didn't work is because you didn't do what they told you to do. But the honest truth of it is, like, I used to do courses, and I've actually got a lot of experience doing, workshops on helping people, set up a WordPress website, how to set up their LinkedIn profile, how to set up, buy me a cup of coffee so you learn how to do it and the like and everything like that. So you've got Mike sitting there telling us that he's a raving success, he's a millionaire, he's done everything, life's just wonderful. And he's telling you that if you follow his leadership, your life will be wonderful as well. But what we've figured out is, I'm going to call it a scam, is that when everyone comes along and gets his free course, which was limited to only an exclusive few people, that you're going to get this affiliate link, and he's going to tell you, that this site that you sign up for is secure. It's important that you don't just sign up for any site, and that it's really important that you sign up for this particular site. Now, he's reached out to us because I've said that he gets 35% commissions, and he does get 35% commissions. It's very true. And I'm just going to flip back to this picture before we get going. But he gets 35% of commissions from successful trades, I believe. And when you sign up for the platform that he's promoting, we did a whole investigation on that platform, and it's called True Trade. But through our investigation of True Trade, we realized it's as shady as fuck. And True Trade actually has, would you believe, not one, not two, not three, but 4 different domain names promoting the whole site. And it's all in, different languages. And also we did a right reply to each of the email addresses they have on their website. And all of those email addresses come bouncing back. Now, for a company that's providing a place for you to put money onto their platform, and also if you look through their own terms and conditions on each of the sites, there's contradictions all over the place. The purpose of signing up for this particular course is because they are trying to build trust with you, telling you that your money is secure. But when you read their marketing versus their terms and conditions, you get conflicting stories. Marketing's wonderful. Terms and conditions saying it's all your fault. And now we've got Mike, who's been promoting Goliath Ventures and lost $35 million of investors' money because he believed that Goliath Ventures was legitimate. Now you've got Mike trying to make a go of it in Dubai, claiming that the True Trade is a legitimate trading platform, but all the evidence is stacked against it being a true trading platform. But he said if we did investigations on all platforms, we would find the same dirt on each of them. Well, that's not true. So what I'm getting at is Mike doesn't care what he promotes. He doesn't think he's responsible for what he promotes. So why would you listen to a word that he says? And that's what we're going to discover. Now, why would you listen to a guy who actually has got 2 hours and 44 minutes worth of trading advice that he's going to tell you, but he's going to be lying to you all the way through it? Now, Mike won't want us to show you this, so we're going to show it to you anyway, because we want to protect from people who actually think that Mike's not a lying bottom feeder on the planet. And he's not a scumbag, because he's just lying. So listen to the first 5 minutes of his course, and you tell me what part do you think is real. Now, I just want you to focus on those vehicles there for a wee bit. And I'm going to come back to a screen here because I have asked him the question. So we've given him the right reply, as we always do. And we've said to Mike, can you please tell us who actually owns those vehicles? Because if I come back to my YouTube channel, we're just going to go back here for a second. It won't take a minute. But I think it's important for you to get the whole picture. Now, if you saw somebody getting on a motorbike like that, and standing in front of a G-Wagon, I've learnt that, and then you saw another influencer using the same vehicles and the same van that he's about to get into in their promotional videos, claiming that they're a success. Same motorbike, same G-Wagon, same everything, but this guy speaks Arabic, he speaks English. And also, we've got photos of these two individuals together in Bali right now. So let's listen to see what he wants to tell you. Now, remember, this guy's going to be telling you the truth. That's what he says. Now, I have to excuse the music there because I didn't want to be done. So I've made the music so it's YouTube friendly, but normally that was more dramatic.
My name is Mike, and welcome to Learn from Mike. Let me ask you something before we get into anything else. What does freedom actually mean to you? Because for most people, when they think about freedom, they think about money. And yes, money is part of it. But real freedom, the kind that actually changes your life, is so much deeper than that. Real freedom is time. Real freedom is location. Real freedom is waking up in the morning and deciding what your day looks like, instead of having someone else decide it for you.
All right, so you're talking about Mike here. I think it's 3 or 4 of his family members are all invested in Goliath Ventures. One in particular lady has reached out to us telling us that she's actually currently suing or going to do a class action lawsuit or go after Mike for his advice that he gave her. We've had a lot of contact with his family. So when it comes to, he's saying that he can pick where he wants to live. Well, I can tell you now, he's probably not very welcome at home in Orlando. He currently lives in Dubai, visiting Bali, and he's hoping that he's going to get, he might be, I don't know if this is the case, but whether you can stay in Dubai for a long period of time as an American, I think you have to get your passport stamped every 6 months. And I'm not sure if going to Bali qualifies for that stamp or not. And that might be why he's in Bali right now. But I thought, and I'm not sure, I'd love to know, if he has to get a stamp over in Canada or America before he spends another 6 months in Dubai. So what I'm saying, he doesn't actually get to choose where he lives. In this video, he claims that he's been to 50 countries in the last 4 years, I should say. Get that right.
That's what trading gave me, and that's what I want to give you. Let me give you a real example. I competed in kickboxing for 7 years. I love it. It's something that keeps me sharp, keeps me disciplined, keeps me grounded. And
well, that gives him some authority, doesn't it?
there's a time when I would think twice about the cost of training, the cost of the sessions, the cost of everything that came with it. Not because I couldn't afford it, but because money felt tight and every expense felt like a decision. Trading removed that feeling completely. I don't have to think about the cost of kickboxing anymore.
He doesn't have to think about the price of kickboxing anymore. I didn't know it was expensive. Contact Des. I'm going to ban you from the channel because, look, Dante, you tell me you don't want to watch my videos. I'm assuming that's you in there, but we don't need your bullshit. And I don't normally ban people from the chat room, but I haven't got time for it today. So keep watching the video, though, because we are going to do a section on you in a few minutes. So mummy. And I tell you what, I'm amazed with all these trading guys, how many people have their mum heavily involved in their life still. My mum's not involved in my life at all, but maybe you can criticize me for that. I don't know.
I just go. I just do what I love because trading created the freedom to do that. And that is just one example. The bigger picture is this. I'm not tied to an office anymore. I'm not tied to one city, one country, one fixed schedule. I can open my laptop anywhere in the world, at home, while I'm traveling, while I'm sitting with the people I love, and I can work. I can build income
Put a 7 in the chat room if you love Mike.
From anywhere. That is the life trading made possible for me, and it is 100% available to you too. Now, everything you are about to learn in this course.
Actually, I don't know to me, but this trading thing's starting to get on my wick. Hence why I did a whole blog this morning about this trader who said that if I give him my money, he's going to make my life like his life. I did a whole article about it rather than doing my global glamping article that I meant to be doing. But anyway, so let's just get this right. This is Mike's big moment. 2 hours and 44 minutes of your life you have to give Mike. You have to mimic everything he does. And then you're going to share the same amount of wealth that he's got by just listening to him. Now, if you want my opinion, Mike, anybody that's so successful at trading would keep their mouth shut and keep what they know to themselves and make money like a demon. But at the end of the day, you listen to people like Pat David, I don't know, Carl Cardone, Andrew Tate, I don't know, but they have courses. I know Grant Cardone has courses, doesn't he? Because I remember when Clubhouse was out, when COVID was on, he basically said, I've got an $1,100 course for the first 1,000 people that sign up. I'll give it to you for $100. And everyone signed up. And I thought, oh my goodness. You know, so, and Andrew Tate, he has that courses that he was talking about. Don't know if you've been watching him lately. And it's all about these courses, and that's how they make their money. But they tell you that they make their money from day trading. Now, that's not true because they won't give us the receipts. Mike gave me a couple of receipts, which there's no point me showing you because they don't prove anything. Also, I was watching another trader, Dante, show us that he had $50,000 in a trading account, and then he made $660 in a day's trading. And then when I questioned him about it, he said, oh no, that was a demo account, and that was from somebody who paid $89 to sign up for it. And when they listened to it, and then he used that account where he was showing them how to do it, and it made it look like he had $50,000 and he made $600 in a day. But he risked $50,000 to get $660 a day, and we still don't know whether the $660 he made that day is actually cash outable, because I don't think it was, because it was a demo account. But in the meantime, the $89 that they used to give that veneer of a real account, it was a demo account, somebody else paid the bill. And that's what these guys are doing. So unless you're sharp enough to ask these questions, and these guys, if they want to claim they're rich, then what I would expect to see is any of those cars that you see them driving around in. Let's have a look at the pink slips. Let's see who owns them. Is it pink slips? Let's see how much money you've got in the bank, how much cash you have. Oh, I'm not cash rich, I'm asset rich. Oh, well then who owns the house that you live in? They don't own shit. None of these guys own anything. It's all mum and dad's money. Or they've got money from promoting Goliath Ventures, and they're living off that until it runs out. Now they're sitting there scratching their heads at 35 to 40 years of age, trying to figure out how to keep the money coming in that they managed to get to maintain the lifestyle they really want. And then they come in my chat room and tell me that what have I got? I've got a chip on my shoulder. Well, I think it's about time you guys grew up.
Is connected to something bigger. This is not just a series of videos. This is a full ecosystem, a platform, a mini app, and an AI assistant called Mikey.
Now, this is really interesting. He's got a mini app, which means, have you ever used that program, If Then What? And, these mini apps, AI mini app, well, they don't understand what AI is, because I talked to Mike, and when he said, I don't know if we can do this.
Support you, something built to you anyway. I a decision. Not because I couldn't remember and I, for me, core. They built this way through to becoming consistently profitable.
Hold up, we got that.
We'll talk from your very called Mikey.
There we go. So we've got a platform, Whoopie-IA, I don't know what that means exactly. A mini app. What the fuck is a mini app? A mini app is an app that's not really an app, but we like to call it an app because we want it an app. So we'll just call it a mini app. An AI assistant. What, we're going to use ChatGPT? I mean, if you really put this under scrutiny, what the fuck does Mike actually have that he's offering you? But at the end of the day, when you watch these videos, which I haven't watched all of them yet, so I can't do a full video on it, and I will, what are they actually trying to sell to you? What they're selling to you, I'll answer the same question, is they are, Grant Cardone, thank you. What they're selling to you is trust. And because they intimidate you with their wealth and their success, you're too scared to ask those questions. And that's how all these scammers work.
All built to support you throughout your entire trading journey. From your very first lesson all the way through to becoming consistently profitable.
Consistently profitable. Put your 7 in the chat room if you know any trader that is consistently profitable.
We'll talk more about Mikey later, but I want you to understand from the very beginning.
I mean, who the fuck called his app Mikey app? Mikey. I mean, can you imagine me saying, well, I want you guys to support me because I'm going to Orlando and I need you to download the Danny, was it the Danny? It is a Danny. You really can't really say Danny AI app. I don't know. Whatever. It's bullshit.
That you are not just signing up for a course. You're entering a system that has been built specifically to help you succeed.
A system. And let's have a wee chime go off just at the right time.
Now let me talk to you about something very important. Because in a world full of people claiming to be trading experts.
Ooh, never heard that one before. He's different.
You have every right to wonder why everyone trusts me.
Everyone trusts me. Now remember, he hadn't done any courses in the past. He hasn't got any previous courses. I believe this is his first course. So I don't know why anyone's been trusting him. Have you been doing trading before you've released this first launch course, Mike? I would love to know about your history of teaching people. Because why do people trust you, Mike? Why would you trust Mike after him getting people to invest in Goliath Ventures?
I make money from trading, not from selling you a course, not from building a business around convincing you that I'm successful.
Oh my God, so much of a contradiction. So here we are, and Mike's going to tell you a bunch of lies.
I'm already wealthy.
He's already wealthy.
I have my luxury cars.
These are his luxury cars. Well, we asked him for proof of that and we keep getting crickets because somebody else in this screen over here has exactly the same luxury cars and they have the same license plate numbers as well. How does that work out? One of you guys, whose cars are they really? Or have we gone to Dubai and Bali and are we getting trained by people that are charging us large amounts of money who promise they'll make you rich and become the person you want? We'll listen to a recording in a minute. We'll blow your socks off.
I live a luxury life in Dubai in the last 4 years alone.
So there he is in the back of a yacht. Do you know where he is with that yacht and that big cigar in his mouth? Well, he's on Andrew Tate's. He was part of the war room. Andrew Tate hired 3 yachts that went to Croatia. And he's there with Tomo, who was also promoting Goliath Ventures. And Tomo has been piling his money into rejuvenational clinics and selling peptides, which I believe are some sort of steroid you inject yourself in to help your muscles grow faster. Don't quite know how to do that. Don't need big muscles in my life. But anyway, there he is claiming that he's in the back of a yacht. I think that's beautiful, really. And when we rang up Homeland Security and said, do you know there's 50 men on 3 yachts in Croatia with Andrew Tate at the moment? And they said, we're on it. They've been monitoring all those guys. Now, Andrew Tate has obviously been incarcerated, arrested, and charged for many things that I'm not going to mention on here. But Mike's showing you he's on the back of a yacht somewhere with Tomo. 2 people that have defrauded people out of millions of dollars with Goliath Ventures. And he's going to use that in his advertising. Isn't that great?
I've traveled to almost 50 countries.
Almost 50 countries in 4 years?
And I'm not trying to brag, but I'm just showing you the life.
Showing you the life he doesn't have?
That you can live. I have the life that most people are working toward.
I'm not working towards a life of not being transparent with people, lying about my assets that I have, and then telling everybody. I mean, he's been in my chat room raving on to me. He was in here the other day raving on about how, that we said that he was getting 35% for people depositing money into True Trade, the True Trade app. And I didn't quite read it right. I thought that was ridiculous when I heard that. But now it's 35%, up to 35%, I should say, for when people make profit on trading. I don't know about the losses. But anyway, so he corrected us on that, but he wouldn't correct us on any of the other information, like why has this other guy got photos of the same vehicles and claiming they're his vehicles and doing the same Telegram AI bot course and a mini app. Mini app.
And none of that came from selling courses. You are not making me wealthy. I already am.
He's already wealthy, ladies and gentlemen. So anyone that has been signed up for Goliath Ventures can use this video, ask me for it, I'll give you the link, and you can actually get the money back off him because here he is telling you wealthy. So how wealthy are you, Mike? Because you need are you $35 million wealthy? Because that's what the investors who invested in Goliath Ventures want back from you.
I got rich through trading, and trading gives me my life.
He's got rich through trading. How much? This is the claims that I hear every day.
The financial freedom I have, the ability to wake up and go anywhere in the world.
Come to New Zealand, mate. I'll meet you at the airport.
Ability to build something like this and give it away completely for free. All of that comes from actually being in the market and knowing what I'm doing. I have nothing to prove and nothing to sell you. I'm simply here because I want you to have what
it sounds too good to be true.
Trading gave me. That's the only reason this exists. And let me tell you where this really started. Because it didn't start with a business idea. It started with frustration. I watched the trading education space get taken over by fake gurus. People with rented Lamborghinis and screenshots of profits they never actually made. People who built their entire brand on a lifestyle that didn't exist. Just to sell you overpriced courses to people who are desperate for a better life. And it worked on people. It still works on people. Because when you want something badly enough in life, and someone shows up looking like they already have it, you want to believe them. I had a relative, someone close to me, and I watched him fall for exactly this. He was following advice online from somebody who looked successful. The cars, the
Carl Moon, I think it was. It's probably Christopher.
watches, the lifestyle, all of it. And I knew the advice was wrong. I
Did ya? And you still promoted Christopher?
sat with him. I argued with him. I told him directly this strategy doesn't work. This person doesn't know what they're talking about. You are going to lose money. And he looked at me and chose to trust the guy with the flashy lifestyle instead. And do you know why he chose him over me?
No idea. You're all in the same bucket of shit. You're all doing the same shit. You're all chasing after a dream that doesn't ever eventuate. You're all claiming you're going to be happy if this happens. You're all waiting for the future to turn over, but you're not focusing on the presence, your friends, your family that you've destroyed along the way. So why are you striving after the wind, King Solomon? Why can't you be content with what you've got? Most people I go after criticize my lifestyle, my wealth, and then they call me a bitter about my past, which is ironic. At least I'm not living a lie. At least I'm happy. I find the good things. I woke up this morning, somebody dear to me said, oh, we sold something on our website today. I said, oh, that's cool. We sold something yesterday. And we thought, great, we sold 2 products, 2 days in a row. And I said, imagine if that happened every day. That would make life a lot easier for us, wouldn't it? And that's what it's like. You rejoice when the good things happen. But there's no point going out there telling everyone you're going to be happy when. We can all learn from our mistakes. We can all have hope in our life. But what is Mike actually telling you about his life here? I can tell you, because I've been doing this for a while, this guy's life is shit. He is a fallen cucumber, and he can't stand where he's got himself into now, and he's hoping that he can trade his way out of the disaster he's put himself into. And this is his answer to it.
Because the guy had his social media at the time and I didn't have one. And guess what happened? He lost money. Real money. Money that he worked so hard for.
He didn't. He probably stole it from everyone else in a Ponzi scheme. And that's what all his friends, all his associates that we have seen are doing the same stuff.
Money that mattered to his life. That moment broke
Money never matters in your life.
something in me personally. But at the same time, it also built something in me. I made a decision that I was going to create something real, something honest.
Something real and something honest. All right, well, we'll play a video in a minute, Mikey, and you might be surprised about how that's working out for you.
Place where people could come and actually learn. Not to be sold, not to be manipulated, not to be dazzled by fake success. Just to learn with real knowledge, real tools, and real transparency. Now, I want you to think about this analogy. Imagine you have a very close friend who sells water. And because he's your friend, you absolutely know he would never try to rip you off. He would never overcharge you or push you towards something that wasn't worth it. So when he tells you about a certain water, you trust him completely. Not because he's the world's greatest water expert, but because you know his incentive is never to deceive you. That is the genuine relationship I want with you.
You got to learn, you got to build relationships and trust, mate. And it's probably Kangen water, just saying. And I know Queen of Karma's probably going to say that before I did it in the chat room.
I want to be that friend. The one you know will never try to sell you anything ever. Because my income doesn't depend on your belief in me. It depends on my own trading. And that changes everything. This is the first course I have ever created.
So here he is admitting this is the first course he's ever created. And then he talks about the people that he teaches earlier on, like the people that trust, why people trust him. So he contradicts himself. He's never done a course before. He just said it himself. But now he's telling you that people trust him because of what? His previous courses? Well, he's never done one before.
My entire life. I didn't build this to become another guru. I built this because I couldn't keep watching people lose money to people who didn't deserve their trust. And I want to protect the trust that you give me. I want to respect it. I want to earn it. Every single lesson, every single day. Now, let me be honest with you, because this is very important. Trading will not make you a billionaire overnight. Anyone who tells you otherwise is lying to you, and you should run very, very fast.
Run very fast.
But here's what is absolutely true. If you put the time in to learn this skill properly, If you put in the effort and the work and follow the process, you can realistically multiply your income in a short period of time.
All right, we've had enough of that, but just so I know Mike's going to be watching this, what we've got is we've got all the courses, Mike. We've got all the telling people to sign up for the True Trade. We've got you sitting here telling people to learn about candles. We've got every course that you can, every part of your course is all here.
We will cover the break of structure and change of.
So we've got 2 hours and 44 minutes worth of you trading and telling people how to make money doing courses. So we're actually going to make a whole blog out of it. Okay, so that's just Mike. I just wanted to cover Mike today. And I think the part that really got me today was the part where he said to you that he's already wealthy and he's lying to you because he doesn't own those vehicles. And he's not rich. So why would you listen to a guy? Now, to back that up, I want you to listen to a recording that he sent somebody.
Doing well. Saw the little conversations going on in the chat, but I just want to make things clear and transparent. I know that, the content I'm posting doesn't look fucking sexy for people, right? I know it doesn't look fucking sexy at all, but you have to understand things aren't always as they appear on Instagram. I'll tell you that much, right? And I don't need to get into details, but things are not always what they appear. I'm building my brand. I have managers. They're building my brand for me. They direct everything. They coordinate everything. They set everything up. They script everything. Now, do I disagree with a lot of the shit? Do I disagree with the character they're building? Yeah, because now I'm stuck in this fucking weird position between the stuff that's going on and the future I'm trying to build. So these guys are professionals. They've built many, many people to millions of followers, specifically in the crypto industry. Unfortunately, the shit that is not sexy and the stuff I don't like to post because I don't think it's classy at all. And I battle with myself internally and I battle with them is the shit that goes viral and is the shit that builds the brand up until the point, at least until you become famous. And then you can talk about whatever you want. But until you're famous, nobody gives a shit about your story. Nobody cares about what I've done in my past. Nobody cares about my background in engineering and fighting and university and my career and all this stuff. I want to tell my story. I want to tell who I truly am. But in terms of clicks and likes and engagement and getting and monetizing a following, according to them, that's not the shit that works. And until I'm famous, nobody gives a shit. So I understand the image it's creating. Like I said,
Does that sound like somebody who's rich? Does that sound like somebody who's successful?
Why? You know why, Mike? That doesn't matter? Because people could tell you're not authentic.
Yeah. It is that simple, isn't it?
People when people talk about, even criminals who are authentic, their channel grows because people could tell when people are authentic and not just spewing the latest bullshit trend out there. I mean, you could go back and look at, not someone to look at, but Matt Cox is a YouTuber who was a former criminal, and he built up his channel by being authentic and talking about his crimes.
Yeah.
So people could tell, and the reason that's why your channel isn't built. And he talks about he talks about his crime, and he talks about other stuff, and he talks about has guests on. It's like, so don't tell me nobody cares about your martial arts, because there's also other people who talk about their martial arts and their channel grows, and who are traders. I actually follow those people because they're authentic. So, there's the same people in the same industry as you who are getting followers that go up because you're authentic. That's the difference.
Yeah.
And Mr. And what do you think people are going to look at when we really reveal some information that you sent us? That's going to show how authentic you really are about everything.
Well, I just don't actually get. Well, I don't even follow what he's doing it for. It's just so stupid. It's dumber than dumb.
He's a trend follower. He's a trend follower. I'm telling you, I'd love to know who the mastermind is because they suck. Megan's doing the same thing. If you look at what Megan just put out, she put out Another thing, she went from Genesis FX, and now she's promoting another one that's similar, which is kind of funny. She's
Yeah.
promoting two very similar programs, and they're exactly the same as this shit. She's
Mm.
talking about prop firms and putting $500, then you could trade. And it's identical with that. It's
Yeah.
identical to Mike's pitch. So I'm like, you all get the same pitch from the same like person.
Yep.
It's like if you go look at like if anybody has a recording, go look at Megan's channel. Her pitch on her latest like meeting and Mike's. They're like you could almost overlay the voice. If you take the if you put the same voice,
Oh,
they're
I
saying
mean,
the exact same.
I think that's what I sort of live and hope with, that there's going to be people out there that actually educate themselves along the way and start realizing that all these guys, I mean, it's like, it's all the scams that we do, literally.
It's in trend. It's literally in trends.
Mm,
It's like you could see like we'll go back to Chavez. It was all arbitrage trading during that time, right? You had
yeah.
Trace Technology. You had the stupid Mike and Mike one.
Mm,
There was like six of them,
mm,
and then it became the gold coin was the next one,
yeah.
and it was like
I know you did right. I mean,
it,
we went from NFTs right through to arbitrage trading to credit cards. Buy these amazing credit cards, and and you buy them for $1,000, and you can use your crypto on them, and then they weren't credit cards; they were debit cards. You just had to get them topped up with crypto.
right.
You know,
It was a credit card that went onto your crypto, which was like,
uh,
dude, you
yeah.
could get that through like crypto.com. So it's
Hey,
like
we'll listen to the last of
it,
this
they
thing with.
do it in
I'll listen to this last bit of Mike, because it's just what I was trying to do with this whole segment was basically showing you the lies that these guys tell to one audience, and all the schemes that we bust that Bob's talking about now is marketing is one thing, and the terms and conditions that we read tell a different story. So if you put the marketing pitch and the terms and conditions together, they're not on the same playing field. The terms and conditions are the truth normally, if you can enforce them, if you get yourself in the shit. Because we will find somebody saying there's a money back guarantee, but then when you go into the terms and conditions, we'll see that they have offshore companies registered in Wyoming, wherever it is. But what I'm getting at is,
Wyoming.
if it all goes pear shaped, you've got nothing to fall back on. So then on the marketing, they'll say it's all insured. And it's the same with Goliath Ventures, using that as an example. Everyone was saying that they had their investment was insured by an insurer. But when you signed up on the contract, it said, if you want to know about the insurance, email us and we'll tell you. So it wasn't even in the contract. But all people heard, it's insured. People heard the word black block and thought it was Black Rock. And Black Block is a big finance company that's real, but Black Block isn't. But they use those names to
Correct.
fool you, to build trust. And you've got Mike here trying to build trust. He might have spent 20 grand doing those videos because somebody said, we'll put together this high end, blah, 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 and you'll be able to become somebody. Oh, I want to be somebody. So he might have got scammed by the company that's now trying to say, oh, but people aren't. He was probably going back to the people that produced the course, going, why is no one signing up? And they'll go, let's look at the stats. And only 17% of people are doing the course. Well, you go out there and give them all a lecture about they need to do the course, because if only 17% of people have done the course, you're not going to get the results that we promised you. And all the blame game starts getting implemented.
Right. Or people figured out like, hey, wait, why am I signing up under affiliate link? I could just go to the site directly and sign up myself.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's listen to the end of this. That's exactly right. And I'm a believer of training yourself how to do stuff. I'm entrepreneurial. I do drop shipping for a living. And then I had Mike in here telling me, oh, you claim you've made $3 million worth of sales. Prove that you've made $3 million worth of sales. And I go, yeah, well, I have. I've done over $3 million worth of sales. But I mean, and I've made probably 50% commission from doing that. But I've been doing it for 20 years. And that's how I survive, Okay, we've got somebody else on here. I know the name. How you doing? I'll put you on here. Before you get speaking to whoever that is on the stage, we'll just finish off Mike nutting off about his life, and then we'll say good day. And I know who that is.
Don't be
fooled by what looks so miraculous and glamorous. Trust me, my life is hard. It's not fucking easy. I'm trying my best to pull myself out of the fucking gutter. I'm trying my best to put myself in a position.
It's pretty rich because he's just told you that he can live where he wants and he can work wherever he wants, and he's rich and everything's just dandy. And now we're listening to the truth. And this is only a couple of weeks, well, maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks old.
Where I could take care of my family and the people I love. And this is the only direction I have right now. This is what I know.
The only direction he has right now is to get himself out of the gutter he's in is by coming up with a fake everything, fake lifestyle, fake, the whole lot's fake. But if you watch that video, you've been told a lie. And now you want to trust Mike.
It was going to work. I've found some people that I trust who've brought me in like family, who take
in Bali, that would be Bali.
Care of me and who are guiding me. And now I'm in this position where it looks shitty for one set of audience, which is you guys, and then it works on another set of audience.
A lot of vulnerable people, young 18-year-olds who used to sign up for Andrew Tate courses and the like. They think they need them in their life. So they believe these guys, they look at their success, they don't do the due diligence, they assume, and that's his clientele he's trying to market to.
I like it.
And they only done 17% of his course.
No. Do I really know what to do? No. I'm stuck in a position where I have to fucking take care of myself, and I have to build my brand, and I have to put myself in a position where I could take care of the people I love before it's too late.
Too late? What for? Too late, Mike? What do you mean by that? Too late before you get incarcerated for your involvement in Goliath Ventures?
I need to put myself in a position where my family, my parents don't have to fucking worry about money, and they don't have to stress, and they don't have to fucking work until they die. And that's my main priority. And the last thing I could do is...
It actually sounds like he's trying to win favor back to his family, because I know that he's actually blamed me for destroying his relationship with his family, would you believe? He doesn't realize that I didn't force him to get involved with Goliath Ventures. I stopped Goliath Ventures, you know? Yeah. I mean, this is literally what he said in the chat room. You have destroyed my family. I have destroyed his family. It's like saying I got arrested for drunk driving, and because you arrested me, you destroyed my...
Finally, Danny gets blamed for one.
Say it again?
I said, finally, Danny gets blamed for one.
Oh,
that he actually did.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Right, we got 33 seconds
see
left.
my parents or have my parents leave this planet and seeing me struggle.
They must be going to Mars with Elon.
And unfortunately, this is the direction I'm taking right now. I'm not the biggest fan. It's not sexy. But like I said, don't believe everything you see on social media to think my life is so glamorous, because it's not. Okay? This is all part of what I'm building.
10 seconds.
And I have a team behind me that's helping me out and putting everything together for me. So, like I said, I know it doesn't look sexy, but things aren't always what they appear.
Wow.
Then don't
why
project
did you keep using the word sexy to describe what this should be?
So
why is it sexy?
I know, but look, this is his house in Orlando. This costs now, if you drove up to this house, you'd think Mike was doing pretty good, wouldn't you? This house costs $16,000 a month to rent. As far as I'm aware, he's still paying the bill. But he can't get out of it, because he's got a lease that's still going. So he was trying to get out of the lease. So this is you drive up the drive and you think this guy's doing all right, isn't he? But he's still paying $16,000, and all that money he's paying that from. Now remember, he went to Orlando with no money because he was interviewed by JB. JB's taken all his videos down now because he's red-faced with his involvement with promoting Goliath Ventures. And so that's Mikey's life, and that's the truth of it, because his own admission is telling the truth. Look, we have another wee thing to discuss, which if you guys want to... Welcome to the stage, Queen of Karma and Bob. Nice to have you guys here, always supporting me. And Susie's in the chat room, and Neville's in the chat room. Very, very nice. I don't know who that other guy was. Who was the guy that was going off? I think that was actually Dante, to be honest.
He was very, very angry at me. He didn't like me very much.
No one likes you. I don't know why no one... I love you. I love you. Bob loves you. We're a family.
Yay!
Online. Why didn't he like you? You asked him questions.
He came in and said Stephen McCullough wins or something.
Mm.
And that's a scammer that you covered a few years ago in the early days of your blog.
Yeah, I'm actually going to talk about him today, actually, because I'm going to show you that when you expose people that have been associated with Goliath Ventures, they go around the internet and they find whatever they can about you.
Yeah, he found I have a thread on Onion Farms.
Oh, did he? Onion Farms?
Yeah,
Yes.
and he found it. That's like a gossip site that hates everybody.
Right.
So he found it and then was trying to taunt me with it in the chat. It's like 4 years old.
So if you pointed a finger at me, can you tell me how many fingers are pointing back at you?
3 fingers, and then my thumb's kind of just hanging there, Danny.
Yeah. So that's what the truth of it is. So what I wanted to do, because it's a bit of a story, but you'll get the idea. And from our perspective, I've got thick skin. I haven't been in this industry for over 5 years because I'm too scared to have a voice, and I'm not scared of what people throw at me, you see. But, like a few years ago, I had this guy, Stephen McCullough, and he tried to, he had 11,000 people who invested in his pre-sale, where he was telling people you could buy his tokens for 10 or 15 cents each. And when they launched on the market, he got professional advice the day before he launched, because he's telling people they're going to go on the market at 25 cents each. But his official advice said that it would be better that he listed them at 5 cents. So all the people that participated in the pre-sale thinking they were going to make a quick, 40, 50%, lost all their money. Then the victims reached out to me and asked me to publicize it. He literally, we got on a video. I had 3 victims. They told me their story. He literally repaid all the victims' money that come on that show that day to buy them back, so that they couldn't help me. And some of them even turned against me, which is really a case. Anyway, he sent me cease and desist letters. I did a 4 hour, 17 minutes and 26 second video in response. And I sent it to the lawyers, and I showed 10 years of this guy's life being a scammer. And then he decided to file a case of defamation in the New Zealand High Court. Long story short, an hour and a half before the High Court judge opened the file, he filed a discontinuance. 2 months after that, he got ordered to pay $25,500 towards my legal fees. My legal fees were $33,600, ironically. And he never paid. I never expected him to. But we won. And that was a landmark case in New Zealand. It was in the New Zealand Law Society. The local university's just done a paper on it. But we weren't allowed to publicise it. What happened to a certain degree. Long story short, it got published in the magazine. So this guy, when he was trying to stop me, he claimed that he hired 300,000 reporters. We've got statements of this. We've got everything you can actually think of. I'm actually going to bring it up because it's actually quite comical. And there's a bit of a story to it, but you'll see, and I'm not doing this to pledge my my innocence of any sort. I'm just showing you how these scammers work. So if we went to the actual lawsuit filings, this is actually all the filings. We've got statements of claims. We've got service documents where we've got video evidence of him being sworn in as the president of the United Allied States,
unprecedented freedom,
its own country. We've got fake competitions where he was given away $3 million worth of wealth and no one received it. We've got him. This was him proving that he had gold-backed opportunities for everybody. We had a field day. And if we go to my affidavits here, you can actually see that we used all the evidence that he had against him. So here are all the links to the articles that he posted about me. And they're all done by fake journalists. So you couldn't actually go and find a journalist. I've been in the New York Times. I got interviews 4 times over, 3 or 4 weeks. And then they published an article. But these are all articles that link back to, Tom, Dick, and Harry news outlets. They all mean nothing. And a lot of them have disappeared now. All right. So that's what he did. Now, they were all telling people I was a white supremacist. I fiddled with kids, and they were breathtaking. So when we had our case with the High Court, we're thinking, well, we just need to show these articles. Here he is claiming defamation. Here we are, we've got a statement from him saying that he's hired 300,000 journalists. And what we found is a site that he paid $70 to, and they would publish whatever you wanted to on these sites, and he used AI and wrote all these articles. So then I got vindicated, obviously. That was very good. So what I did is, because I get these people every now and again saying, I found about you on the internet. So on my website, I've set up what we call smear campaigns. And the smear campaign tab is full transparency. You can come in here and you can see all the YouTube channels that people have set up, and you can see all the blog sites that people have set up trying to defame me. Now, a typical site would be one like this. And in here, you've got a lot of articles being published, and they say some of the most heinous stuff that you could ever think of. And, and they've spent a lot of time doing it, which is quite high case. So these guys...
My favorite is Megan's, though, because Megan Lynch does like the AI videos, and it's so funny.
Yeah, well, we've got some really good ones, and I won't go into that now, but we've got another site here. So in here, you can go through here and you can read about me to your heart's content, but you'll never find a phone number. You'll never find a journalist. You'll just find some scammer who I've really pissed off. And then they will publish these articles. So we've had a bit of issues with Dante at the moment. So Dante has decided to find... What's his name again?
Dante.
I'll never remember. So Dante goes onto the internet and he searches for Danny DeHeck child predator allegations. Okay? All right. And if you read through this, it says, so unconfirmed allegations of child molestation and sex trafficking.
What?
And, yeah. So this is Dante, the guy that we have proven is a co-conspirator and has been promoting and clapping on Christopher. A week before Christopher even handed himself in, he was in New Orleans partying with Christopher, because he says he's just the party guy, So I'm going, well, I don't associate with those type of people because I don't want to be, tarnished by their reputation. But he's going, I didn't do anything wrong. And I'm going, well, you're associating with them. In my belief, that's wrong. So now he's searched for Danny DeHeck, child predator. Who would search for that anyway? And then up comes the results, and it says claims of child molestation in New Zealand between 1995 and 2023. All right?
What?
Yeah. So what happens is we went through here, and you can see that these sites here, deheck.co instead of deheck.com, and here's the what comes up in the search engines. Whoops, not that one. And this one here. So we've now got another name, which is deheek.co. Now you could go back to me here, and there's another one down here. So, these aren't, if you go through those sites, you'll find that these people have set up websites, published content on me. Look, it really comes back to a couple of things. If you're not getting flack, you're not over the target. This guy, I believe Stephen McCullough, has actually set up these sites. Yes, we could spend all day long getting them removed. But when you go to my...
But that's why they do them, because they want to take you off of going after the scams, and they want to put you to trying to clear your name instead, right? Because if you're not reporting the scams.
Yep. And we can't, we can write to all the people and complain. We can go back to the domain name companies. They'll just fire up another domain name. Like even this one here, I haven't been here for ages. Daily Motion. So these are...
where are the dinosaurs?
Yeah. But, we actually, when we go after people, so people think I started with OneCoin because these guys are saying that I'm basically associated with OneCoin.
Oh, yeah, we get comments like that, sometimes.
Yeah, and then people go here and they go, oh, I've heard about you. And I go, what, was it good, bad? What have you heard? And I think the people that actually are trying to use this as mud, it's like when you're throwing your toys out of the cot and you run out of toys, you'll pick up anything and throw it at anybody. But it doesn't carry any weight if there's nothing to back it up. But
But not only that, but even if you did do OneCoin, if you had like left OneCoin and then started speaking out ever since, like you would still be who you are today. Do you know what I mean? Like a lot of the people in this community have been in scams and gotten scammed, and then that's why they speak out. Like it wouldn't change anything.
Yeah. I think we have to bring up the one that we like the most, though. I don't know which one it is. I think it's, the YouTube ones, because they're quite funny. So at the moment we've got Dante, who's really pissed off, and so we retaliated a little bit today, which people go, oh, you shouldn't stir him up, and I go, oh, I don't care. I honestly don't really care. I can actually take it as a compliment, and I think he should take it as a compliment as well, because I wouldn't waste my time if I didn't think he was a.
Because Bob is influencing Danny.
Oh, that's the truth of the matter. Wish I could find these these ones.
One of them got taken down.
Yeah, well, I think May Summer Vu's still going there. Oh, here it is. These are the ones. These are really cool. Now, which one should we play? I kind of like this one here, I think.
People believe every word I spit, even when it's all lies. That's where the money comes from. Look at this pile. Stolen, filthy, and all mine. And still, they thank me for it. It's laughable. Scam them, rob them, and they still call me a prophet. Easy life, easy money. People believe.
Ay, qué día hermoso.
Pero
nadie me mira si no invento algo, ¿viste?
Danny,
Hoy se me va a ocurrir otra mentira.
What was that?
You learned that new language real quickly.
I know, I'm pretty fluent at it.
Y seguro alguien me cree.
More fluent than in English, apparently.
Esta persona, conocida como The Heck, tiene una demanda por extorsión y se le señala como un criminal internacional por daños a terceros. No es un inversor, no es un asesor, es un estafador que se aprovecha.
See, I don't get it. But anyway, look, I'm not hiding what people have done about me, but I can't control it. But the fact that we've got people out there who have set up, well, at the moment, currently we're up to 6 different independent sites trying to stop me. I think it's actually a compliment. If you find stuff in the search engines, please find the person behind it. We would like to have them on the show. If you see people in the chat rooms, it's not, So what did I do today? Well, I thought it would be a cool idea if you go to Danny DeHeck. So we had a phone call with, what's his name? YoungRich yesterday, and he's posting some pretty outrageous stuff, really. But I'm always amazed to see what he does. So let's have a wee look and see what he's up to now. So he's done some stuff. So this will be good. Let's have a look. So we'll just go back. So once we showed this video, I asked him who owns the cars. Well, Mummy owns the cars in the back of this thing here, and it seems like he works for his mum and gets luxury cars ready for out rental. So, but when he takes you out the back room, he doesn't sort of claim all that. So I asked him all these questions, who owns the cars, and he was honest. He answered all the questions. So it was quite cool. I don't know what's happened to the sound.
We got the bar, and this is where we'll keep the cars. We're doing some cool stuff, content all day, every day.
Now, if you were listening to that, would you think they were his cars, or would you think they were his mummy's cars?
Sounds like they're his.
Yeah. And that's why I said to him, I said, wouldn't it be cool if people just tell us the honest truth rather than make out that those cars are all his?
So stay tuned. I hope that you guys are excited as I am. This is going to be a really cool add-on to what we got going on over here. And so just stay tuned. That's it.
Actually, technically, that's falsely advertising.
So he was telling us that I think he's a pothead and a drug dealer. He's been in jail for 10 months, because he had 100 kilograms of marijuana, and he pleaded guilty. And now he's out there smoking marijuana. I can't play that one because it's got a thing on it.
Listen, I love my marijuana. But you shouldn't need to be carrying that amount on you.
What, 100 kgs?
Unless, sir.
What happens if you're going away for a holiday? You need to take some with you, wouldn't you?
Well, it depends where you're going. It's legal in most places, so you would buy it there. I wouldn't. I would never take it across the border.
Yeah, but like at the time, obviously you wouldn't go to jail for 10 months if you weren't breaking any laws.
Well, that's why I said that's a lot. That's a large amount to have on you unless you're dealing.
So he said that he was a dealer because he says it in where we're going with this conversation. But I mean, I don't even judge him for that. I don't care about that. And I've only reported the facts. But then I found that he was also selling trading courses, and I thought, well, that's interesting. So I did in the article that we did about him, we talked about his trading courses and his claims that he was making. He was claiming that if you give him $500, he will turn it into $10,000 within 10 minutes. And I go, have you got proof?
Yeah, because he went to making school scams.
Well, he might even I actually like this guy to the point where he could actually be somebody. I actually think he's the more authentic of the bunch. So if we just
because if he was more authentic, he also would have said it.
No, I didn't say he's authentic. I didn't say he's authentic. I said he's more authentic than others. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, out of the, look, watch this. All right, you got to watch this. Right, so we come down here.
You might have interviewed more people than me, but I think I've spoke to more of the scammers.
Probably. Let's have a listen to this. Now tell me first impressions. Let's go for the first 30 seconds of this video.
I'm YoungRich, and I've got a proven strategy that turns $500 into $10,000 in less than 10 minutes. Now, I'm not telling you this to flex on you. I'm telling you this because you're probably sitting somewhere with next to nothing left and trying to figure this out. So by the end of this video, you're going to...
So his target audience theoretically are people with next to nothing left, and his sales pitch is turning $500 into $10,000 in 10 minutes. So that's what...
like him.
Well, I think that's an outrageous claim. And so I said, have you got people that have actually done that? And he goes, yeah, I have got people who have done that. And I said, what, within 10 minutes? He goes, well, not 10 minutes, he said, but there is sometimes you can make 10,000.
Bad.
And I'm going, well, not what you're saying here. You're saying I've got a proven strategy where you can make $10,000 from $500 investments within 10 minutes. I mean, and if that's the case.
I waited for somebody to sue him for false ad. That's false marketing.
Yeah.
Well, it's
so
income as well.
Correct. That's like McDonald's or somebody showing a burger and then the burger not being there.
Yeah.
The burger doesn't have to look
this burger makes you lose weight.
So now we've got
Hi, guys,
a different story here. So this is his reels are where he, like, funny enough, we're actually going to just have to take it back a step. If you look at his Instagram, something funny is going on. So the other day when I looked at his Instagram, he had 100,000 followers, and now he's gone back to 96,000 followers. So
that means 4,000 were probably bought, and they got caught.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah.
It happens with bots because every year they try to clear them out a few times on all the social medias.
So we're talking 4 days ago, he had 100,000. So then you come down here and he's only got 80 or so videos. So his reels...
Today we're going to talk...
His reels are what he talks about. And this is only a few minutes worth. But he was having me on because he said, I have only watched segments of his videos and drawn conclusions. And I said, but you are posting segments. Like, he's got a segment on here where he's talking about how he's a pimp for his girlfriend. He talks about, and I said, so what do you mean by you're a pimp for your girlfriend? How am I meant to interpret that? And he goes, oh, well, you got to listen to it in context. And I said, but you don't post it in context. You post a 20-second clip and make a statement.
I'm pretty sure the context is clear with that.
Well,
I mean, what?
But this is and I said, well, why do you have to pretend that you're wealthy? Why do you have to pretend that you're this? Why do you have to have this veneer? Like, why can't you just be real? Because I think this guy's got more chances of living a transparent life and being his real person rather than some person that he's claiming to be. I just don't realize. I don't understand why they're not transparent.
accounts, and we're going to talk about prop firms.
All right, let's go.
Yo, my dog YoungRich just pulled up on me right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, it was.
Oh, yeah. I've got music in that. That was a bugger. Never mind. Oh, now I want you to listen to the start of the song. Because we've got a wee surprise for you in a minute. But anyway.
Unlike other business models, there is no competition in trading.
Okay. Okay, where is it?
Hey, fresh up.
No, not that
Beam. Hey, she a dog for the beam.
one. I haven't turned the music off. I'm just going to turn the music off, but I'm trying to find the clips because
he tries to say, "Well, I'm not flexing." It's like your whole Instagram is flex.
Well, he's not doing it to send a message. He's just giving flash. This might be it. No.
It's all. It's all. It's all. No offense, but if he was as good of a trader as he says, why don't you show your trades?
Well, he did.
Like here,
this is the funny thing. This is where it's going. I recorded him. So this is the part.
Young Rich.
He said he liked my song I created for him, which I'll show you in a minute. But that's what I said to him. He's so successful. What do you need to, advertise for people?
Show your trade, or show a video of you live streaming when you do the trades.
Well,
if you're that good of a trader.
No, I'm sick of that song. No, it's just.
And you wonder why people don't do your courses because they see this bullshit, and you're like, this guy's all hype.
Well, he works for Mum. That's the point. He's working for Mum.
I have no problem with that. I mean, there's people who have family businesses and stuff, but it's like,
well, I'd rather hear that. You know what I mean? Like, I think I'd have more respect.
Honestly, I think you'd have more credit if you said, "Hey, I own the business with my mom."
Yeah.
You know.
So look at this
and
here.
We rent that luxury vehicle.
So this here, equity, and it's $52,000, right? And then at the end of the day, it shows that he got $600 profit. So I confronted him about this, and he said it was a demo account. He was training somebody else. They paid $89 for the demo account, and it was just a trading day. But he hasn't used this video in that way. He's used it to, fool people into thinking that he's making all this money. I would look at this and go, oh, he's put 50, and then, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Unless you flash, hey, this is a demo account or not results not typical or something over it, everyone's going to assume that's the thing.
Yeah. But anyway, in here,
the same way,
he decided
and that's the same thing, Danny, that Crybex does and Genesis does. They all show this account. Oh, it has $100,000 in it, and then the lady goes, "Oh, this is the demo account. This isn't really my account." So I'm like, "What the hell are you showing the demo account? That means absolutely nothing. I could put like $500 million in the demo account."
So through his account here, he's basically so he wants to seize my devices and have them scanned for child stuff. All right. Because he's found that information on the internet. But he posted that screenshot that I showed you on his Instagram already, even though I've shown him stuff. So he doesn't really care about the truth. He's just putting out stuff. But in here, he tells me that I've got 5 days now, and he's going to spend $100,000 of his mum's money, and he's going to do a campaign to get me in the front page of every newspaper in the world. And I'm going, wow, that's cheap. so
I'll buy you an ad.
Yeah. So what I did today, I did have a bit of fun, I must admit. But first of all, I decided that rather than being not transparent, I decided to put the whole conversation
paying people with Rolex watches
on the internet. Because when you're in that shop, the guy said to you, how do you want to be paid? Crypto, wire transfer. And then I'm thinking, wonder if you've actually been taking people's Rolex watches and trading them into crypto for them.
Oh, I mean, you're just asking a joke.
Hey?
I'll be going to send that to every one of your people in your academy, genius.
Well, it gets, listen to this. I mean, we've got it all dictated here now. So we've put the phone call that we had online, a private phone call, if you want the use of a better word, and we've just put it online because he's gone and twisted this and put that I'm a pedophile online. And I'm thinking, well, here's the conversation. If you guys want to hear what we talked about, actually, at the end of the conversation, I thought we did quite well. But after the conversation,
start at the beginning to get the claims, because he starts the claims like right at the start.
Oh yeah, well I just don't want to spend all day doing this. But if I didn't ask that question, I mean, you could take it defensively, but I've got to ask that question.
So let me tell you a little bit about me and what I do, because you seem to think I'm some scammer drug dealer.
Well, mate, you've got. Well, hold it a minute there, because you've got a conviction and you spent 10 months in prison for hauling
for marijuana.
For 100 kgs of marijuana.
Exactly. And now,
so, you kind of think, well, how can I not queer these things? But what we've done is we've actually timestamped all the conversations. So you can actually go through this video and find your own stuff. We'll start at the beginning and see what we get up to. You keep saying Mark's the biggest promoter, right? And the problem I have with that, Mark has never paid me to investigate Goliath Ventures. And a lot of people have come up with that theory because I don't know why. But I've done this on my own. I actually received a contract from somebody who's not even in the picture, who was investing.
Yeah, Bobby Luthra. Bobby Luthra is the one who sent you the contract.
No, it's not. No.
And it was all, listen, we know everything. It was
Bobby
Bobby
you don't
Luthra.
know everything. And funny enough, Bobby Luthra was somebody that we did ring up and ask questions to at the time because we knew that he was associated, but we didn't get any information from him. So even to...
New donation from someone.
Oh, thank you very much. I haven't one of those for a wee while. Thank you very much. But you know what I'm saying? So he's just going, he says something and then he flies on to the next thing, but I made sure I hauled him up on every comment he said, as you'll hear in a minute. Because you're talking to the guy that broke this investigation and investigated. Now, on the 1st of September...
It was also Mr. Siddiqui.
Mr. Siddiqui. What did you think about that, Bob? Where's Bob gone? So, Mr. Siddiqui, the only person that we know is a guy called Sharvis Anwar, which we chased for ages. $1.9 billion scammer, guy at the Sam Lee predecessor, the guy that carried on after Sam Lee left. And his name, we found out through the grapevine, was actually Siddiqui, even though he called himself...
That's crazy. That's
the only person that we know of that's called Siddiqui. And when he said that name, I'm thinking, what? I know that name, but who is it? But that's the only person. And so I've asked him, but he hasn't come back and said anything to us.
I'm very good friends with Mr. Siddiqui as well.
No, it's not him. No. And it's no one even associated with him. It's nobody. It's somebody that was in a Zoom meeting who received a contract, and they gave me the contract, and I could hardly read it. I managed to reconstruct the contract using AI, and that was the first time I saw a Goliath Ventures contract. And then when I went through it, I published my first article because of what the contract said, and that was it.
And listen, kudos to you for blowing the top off of this situation. Absolutely. You were on to something, clearly. The people that you've gone after the fact and not mentioned even one word about Mark or any of these other charities or any of these other big influences. This guy was hanging out with, he was at the White House hanging out with freaking, the FBI director.
Yeah, but that was doing okay. So do you know why he was at the White House? Do you know why he was at? Do you know? Hey! Do you know why he was at the White House? Do you know who invited him?
Absolutely.
Who?
A lady I used to work for.
Jackie Segal.
Vacation pack.
Yeah. There's so many things in here. Like we could sit down and these guys could have helped us with the investigations rather than waiting for Christopher to be arrested and all that. They obviously knew some things, but they didn't know everything. Like he's talking about. I've just forgotten now. Oh my goodness.
Cash Patel.
No, the person, Jackie Segal. So Jackie Segal was I think Segal was the guy that made all the movies. And anyway, he passed away, and Jackie was like a philanthropist and friends with, even owned an airline company. We believed that potentially she could have been using the airlines for Christopher. And at one point, we even went down the track of trying to figure out how Christopher was paying for his air travel. Jackie owned some sort of airline. Next minute, we find that Jackie's going to the White House for Fentanyl Day because she has a charity because her daughter died of a fentanyl overdose. So Christopher managed to get to be at that event. He stood up at the table and pledged $2 million towards the charity, only ever paid $250,000 of it. And then he got to walk around the White House with Donald Trump in the background and Kash Patel and Speaker of the House, Michael Johnson. And then the following week was Crypto Day. And a lot of the imagery that he took on Fentanyl Day, he used to allege that he was there for Crypto Day. And it was just all bullshit. So we knew that. But when I reported that Christopher had pledged $2 million, Jackie Segal's daughter started providing us some intel, claiming that she wasn't speaking to her mother, but they didn't want me to ruin the chances of them getting the money that Christopher pledged. So the next minute I get this...
So wait, the daughter's alive?
No, she's got 2 daughters.
Oh, okay. I was like, whoa, wait, hold on, Daddy.
So then you've got...
I was like, I don't remember that part.
So he's claiming he knows the family, but I've had phone calls with the daughter of the family. Then I got the family friend lawyer ringing me up, basically telling me that Christopher's a dick, but they still want his money. And then I found out that the family, because I asked him if he knew the daughter, and he came back to me and he said, yeah, I know her, I'm a family friend. I think she's married to him. So the lawyer I was talking to wasn't a family friend. It was the husband or the long-term boyfriend. He's like 65 and she's like 35. And I couldn't put them together. Then I go through and I find all these photos and the like. So I knew I've been talking to these people that he's saying that he knows why I'm investigating this. So everyone thinks that Danny is investigating Goliath Ventures because he's getting paid shit tons of money from people. And they allege that it's people like Mark Najames. Now, I've spoken to Mark for hours, and I never deny it. Now, was he involved in Goliath Ventures at the start? Yes, he was. And I'll never deny that, nor will Mark. He knows. And as soon as he smelt something was off, he asked Christopher for the books. Did he ever receive any money from Goliath Ventures? I'm sure he did. And is he involved? Yeah, he is. Did he endorse them? Yeah, probably a little bit. But when he found out that they were no good, he stopped. And now everyone's going, oh, he was a promoter. He wasn't on the executive team. He wasn't on their website at all. He was a professional like a lot of other professionals that Christopher clammed around. And that's the truth of it. So and Mark's quite nice, and I'm not on Mark's camp, and he's not the reason I haven't spoken, because I have actually mentioned Mark quite a few times on my videos, and if you search my website, you'll see he is mentioned. But I'm not going to sit here and, but this guy, he was in Mardi Gras a week before Christopher handed himself in. These guys just carry on hanging around these guys. Like if I rang up Mark and asked him for an answer to a question, he'd tell me what he knew. And I could validate a lot of the information quickly by getting a second opinion. He wasn't feeding us information. It's just ridiculous. So do I have more respect for Mark? Well, I don't see Mark smoking big dosey joints all the time and bouncing around in his car with a gold necklace on with sparkly glasses. I don't see, like there's even a part in this video where there it is right there. He's actually saying that Mark is the biggest promoter of Goliath Ventures, than anyone else. And that's simply, from all our research, we haven't found that. I think everyone's got caught up in this Goliath Ventures thing. And what I said to Dante is that we're on what we call Project Elephant. And if you don't know what Project Elephant is, let me show you what it is. And this is what we've told everyone that's involved in Goliath Ventures. We have said that we have a team of co-conspirators, and we've got Operation Elephant, I should say. And Operation Elephant is where we are going to go after everybody we've seen in bed with Christopher, and we're going to eat that elephant one mouthful at a time. And if you go to my website, click on Goliath, then you will find what we're doing. So even though Dante isn't happy at the moment that he's got a whole article, we've done it on Mike. We've got to do one on Matt Burke. We've got to, it's hard for us to gather all this information, but we want to actually tell you guys what we've been investigating, why we're saying that Dante is involved, and everything that we can think of to just show you guys. So we haven't made any untrue statements. We haven't we haven't found any contracts with Dante's name on it saying that he signed up such and such. But we haven't found any names of people like Mark that he keeps talking about, that he's signed up such and such. But we can present the evidence that we have and the association. This guy was out there promoting and endorsing his investment. But we asked him a whole ton of questions and he never answered the questions that we wanted him to. He kept avoiding them. So then we went with what we had. And I remember just talking to the Avengers when I was about to publish this article. They said to me it wasn't very good. It didn't have much substance. So then we started finding what did have substance, and that was the court documents, the civil cases. I mean, this guy, if we went to here, no, not even there, but we go to the, like these are all the court cases that this guy's been involved in. I think it's 24 of them, right up to 2024, goes back to 2006. Every one of these.
To be fair, a lot of them are traffic infractions, but then also a lot of them are also criminal felonies. So just throwing that out there.
Yeah, well, that's fair. I mean, and that's what we want to be. But I think, I don't know. I mean, do people want to know who's been involved? And if, let's say, some other guy turned up, who's got a new Ponzi scheme. Let's go for a guy called, what's his name? Tom Shields or Eric McNeil, who own the Onyx Reserve. And we see that those guys are running a Ponzi scheme. But at every party that they're holding, or every event, you've got people there raving them on, hanging out with the money, endorsing the bad behavior and used for another word. I just don't, I'm sick of it. And whether you want to sit there side by side with the worst guy in the world and just say, well, I'm not doing what he's doing, but I'm partying with him. I don't agree with that. I always got told that bad associations spoil useful habits. And my mum said...
Well, not only you, though. The regulators are also starting to go after people. Like, they went after Stormy Wellington. They went after the people that were in Hawaii with BG Wealth sharing. So I think it's going to start happening now where they're not only going to go after the head guy in the scam, they're also going to start going after all of the people that promoted it, that were high up.
Yeah, well, another interesting thing that I thought was quite breathtaking with using Dante as an example, he said to me that he's going to become like a pimp. And I don't mean pimp, but I do think it's pimp. He's going to, all the girls that are working on with OnlyFans, he said that he's going to become an OnlyFans ambassador. And he said it's not,
yes,
it's not illegal. And I'm going, well, is it ethical? And he goes, well, the girls in the very recording that we've got here.
Actually, it is illegal.
Well,
it actually is illegal because the thing about OnlyFans, I have a friend that does it. The thing about OnlyFans is that it's supposed to be the way for the woman to have full control over the content, her autonomy, and all of that. If you add in like a person like Dante, who is then controlling all of that for them, and they aren't a manager, they call themselves a pimp, that is still human trafficking. That is still illegal human trafficking, even if it's on a legal website like OnlyFans. You can be a manager in the sense that you would be a manager for an actor, but there's a very, very thick line there. And someone like Dante will cross that line. I don't think that he'll only be a manager if he's talking about pimping women. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, this is the question. I fly to New Zealand. Rich trades trouting. Where did he get up to? Oh, here it is. So I'll play this part here. Play this clip. You ever watch that guy? As an investigator, when I'm watching your videos and your shorts, and you were saying that you're a pimp and you're selling a bot, and she does things for money.
What we're doing, what I'm doing now is I am starting an OnlyFans management company, and so at this point, I do have to, I have to promote that business as well. And it's unfortunate that these women want to see a man that can take care of women, and they want to see a man that can do things for them and keep them in a safe place. And so at the end of the day, I don't want to see no women in the strip club. I don't want to see no women selling pussy to guys like you.
But it sounds like I don't buy it, mate. But I mean, what I'm saying is,
that's what I don't want. So
no, but what you're saying is you're actually saying that you're going to start up a business where it sounds like you're actually going to be pimping out women.
No, it's actually called OnlyFans Managed. So it's called Content Manager, OnlyFans Management, whatever you want to call it. But it's a management that manages girls that are on legal sites like OnlyFans, and we make a percentage because we're managing them.
I don't get what
There's nothing illegal about it. Go look up Jack Doherty. He's a freaking 22-year-old multi-millionaire, and he's got a mansion in Miami with 20 girls in there, and they're all under contract, and they're all...
It's called a brothel, isn't it?
All making content.
It is, and Jack Doherty has been canceled numerous of times by people speaking out about how he is essentially pretending to be a manager, but is actually abusing and pimping out these women, taking away their autonomy. Like, it's just like human trafficking. So that's the difference, right? You can be a social media manager of someone on OnlyFans, like you would for someone on YouTube, like you would for an actor. You can run their social media platforms. You can help them with ideas for their content even. But there is a line there. If you're running a content house, that gets sussy.
So I think, I don't know if I'm old fashioned, but I mean, because it's legal, does that mean Danny's going to start up a OnlyFans management thing? Because
that's the thing, is that it's only legal if you're only running the socials. But the way he's talking about it, that's not how he's talking about it. He's saying he wants to give these girls a safe place, and he wants to be a man who gets them things. That leads me to believe he wants to run a brothel house, but via OnlyFans, and that he's going to be living with these girls. That's weird.
So this is
illegal.
Well, this will knock your socks off, because this is not. I'm just going to bring it up because now you've talked to me. Oh, did I keep it? I think I did. Oh yeah, I did. Oh, good on me. Boy, I'm good. I love myself sometimes. So here we go. This is his own. This is his own content. This is his own stories. So when we first started going on, I wanted to clip some of the stories before he removed them. So this is him. If we just wait until he starts talking, won't be a second. Ooh, let's press play.
So yeah, I've had to do that a few times that we broke up. I know exactly what she wants. She wants money. She says she's not one of those working girls, but I've been able to buy her back a few times. And it was all based off of only one thing. So you can believe her if you want, but you'd be a fool.
Yeah, so he's...
Ew!
Yeah. Oh, is that?
I'm more of a champagne poppy instead of, one of those other guys. I'll trick on you. I'll spend some money.
You're drinking Colt 45.
I'll take you shopping. I'll do all that. But straight up, just pay for the box? No, not me. But I did it a few times with her. That's facts. So yeah, I've been her pimp. I've been her trick. I've been her baby daddy. I've been her...
What?
I've been her man. I've been it all. Hey, that's facts. So yeah, now's a good time for all you guys who do buy box to know she got some good box. It's worth paying for. But I told her she can't be taking that Dr. James price no more. She is worth way more. She needs at least $5K a pop now. So make sure y'all come correct. Don't ever
disrespect her again the way he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he wants to be a pimp.
Well, and then I played that while we're in that recording that you just saw, and he comes back and goes, "Oh, that's only, you're not hearing it in context." And I said, "But you're not posting it in context." And if you say you're a pimp and you're her pimp, how else am I meant to? How's that put into any context?
He just solicited her to all of his friends
for $5K.
Yeah, like what context are we missing?
Yeah.
Could he provide it, please?
So, it's sort of breathtaking. So at the moment, he's just written me a couple of comments. So he wants me to, this is what he said in his comments.
Do one on Mark, I'll give you free coffee for life, face with money symbols on the eyes and tongue.
So he's got a problem with Mark and he wants me to do a thing. And we will do a story on Mark one day, but I'm going to wait until we see the convictions and everything fold out first, because it's really interesting. Mark's actually a friggin' hero in this thing. He's helped us with the investigation. Dante could have helped us with this investigation rather than sitting there drinking piss with Christopher, who stole $328 million from everyone. I mean,
that's what I was going to say. You could write the article and make him a hero.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I don't even, it's an interesting story. I mean, it's just absolute crap. Anyway, one other thing.
And your option on what I do with my life is yours. I was invited on the vacation, or whatever you want to call it, party trip. And as you know, I never pulled and neither did my mother, so it was in both of our interests to go and feel him out and see what was going on. I hadn't seen him face to face in some time.
So I'd love to know whether, so that was another one. I don't know if you remember the guy, Jonathan Mason, and he was alleging that Mark picked me up at the airport, and they had a photographer witnessing that moment. So I used AI, and that's Mark meet me at the airport. It's not real, but I thought it was pretty cool. So apparently that was wrong to meet Mark at the airport. But anyway, that was the photo I put out there. So he's telling me that I've never mentioned Mark before. Well, I have, because there's a photo of us. I put it it's a YouTube thumbnail. So I asked him then, and I said, well, what's the guts? You were actually at the Mardi Gras with Christopher. And I even in the if you want to listen to the recording, it's quite good, because I said, at what point did you realize that Christopher was scamming people? And he said, oh, it was at Mardi Gras. And now he's telling me in this comment that he was at Mardi Gras with his mum. I don't go to Mardi Gras, my mum, but anyway, the next one.
Only an idiot like you would have majority of your family's money locked in a Ponzi scheme, be invited on vacation with the owner, and not take the opportunity to go and talk to him face to face and see what's going on.
So he's had $100,000 invested in Goliath Ventures, and to keep tabs on his investment, he decided it would be a good idea to go to Mardi Gras and party with Christopher, because he said in the recording, if you want to listen to it, that he was just a party boy. He knows how to party. Anyway, so only an idiot
I don't get it.
The social networking.
If he makes all this, if he's this good of a trader, right? Wouldn't you know the percentages of what people can make on trades and what's realistic?
Yep.
Right. So if you're the trader that you say you are in the videos, then you would know his claims were astronomically impossible.
Well, practice what you preach.
Or B,
that's what you're saying, isn't it?
Or B, you're not as good of a trader as you say, and you totally believed his ass.
Yep. So he's telling you in his own video that you've got to, if you're as broke as ass and you don't know what to do in life, then listen to him, and he'll show you how to make $500 into $10,000 in 10 minutes. And where do you get that $500 from? Well, I've got a $500 limit on my credit card. What's the first thing he's going to do when you realize you didn't make your $500? You didn't do my course. You didn't finish the course. And then he doesn't have a course.
Unless it says that in the terms of service, that would be called breach, buddy.
Well,
you might want to contact Delgado's legal team, and they can give you a nice rundown.
So, if you go to his, if you go to the website that he's got, Young Trades,
it's called the four corners of the contract. Doesn't matter what you say outside of that.
You watch Judge Judy
too. As a woman, can I just say that if I saw this man walking down the street coming towards me, I would cross the road.
Yeah.
I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah. It is actually quite. I don't think we need those type of people. I mean, that might be what happens in the party scene. I've never really been out nightclub. Oh, I have actually. When I was in Orlando.
At the party scene, and no. He is, even in the party scene and even in the working girl scene, he would be considered scum. Because the guys that actually do take care of the girls don't talk like that to them.
Well, it's no respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
you could just go watch Pimp and Ken.
It's unclassy.
Pimp and Ken. So if we did go
Pimp
to his
Ken, he was on Matt Cox's show.
So if you went to his website,
he'd probably bitch slap Dante.
Yeah, he says he's got 70 videos lessons. I don't know what 2 course chapters, training sessions live, but in the recording he states that he's
because
that he does it one-on-one.
Go to this again because they go to the same school of scam. All the new scams now have a academy because they want to seem legitimate, so they can say, well, they took a course, so that's what they paid for, and it wasn't just the straight Ponzi.
You said just a minute ago, Bob, about terms of service, acceptance, educational purposes, risk disclosure, account license.
Yeah, see, they try to put it under as education.
Yeah.
And that's why they attach the courses.
This is the shittiest privacy policy that I've ever seen in my life. And the shittiest terms of service.
At least he's got one. At least he's got one. Because on this first website, there's none. So, but then we just discovered a week ago another website.
Which would be great because the lawyer would destroy him because it's whatever the customer thinks is their privacy.
It's just bullshit. I mean, I'm sick of it, and I'll keep exposing. I mean, what I'm doing is I'm educating people as well on, if you're going to listen to this bullshit, if you want to listen to somebody who's a convicted drug dealer who wants to pimp out women for a living, and then he's also going to show, why do we have to walk along that straight line of, it's legal or not? Because we know as soon as it's illegal, we have a hard time getting those guys off the street. I mean, look how much effort I've put into Christopher Delgado and his merry men. None of his merry men has been held accountable. But if we get the police or the law enforcement shining torches, this guy's been subpoenaed by the recovery, Christopher's estate recovery people. So why would the courts subpoena him if they didn't think he was involved?
So I think we should tip off the recovery and say tip off the recovery and say, here's where he's collecting his money. The guy you subpoenaed, and they will freeze it. They will freeze his ass account.
Somebody bought something on the shop. Thank you. You buy one of my books. That's very nice. Thank you very much. So this is what he's got served with.
The recovery. Tip off the recovery. Who subpoenaed him and say, hey, we know he's making money on the side.
Mate, the government watches our videos. That's what I'm getting told lately. They sit there morning 10, go one of Danny's going live. On the way home, they have to listen to Danny's videos. So they get evidence. It is honestly what I've heard. We've had the government
probably have a nice theory board up about Bob. Who is this Bob guy?
Yeah, even I don't know who Bob is. But there he is there. And the real funny thing about
a company betting pool going on.
Dante is that he had 2 spellings of his last names, and we couldn't find the federal cases against him until we found the typo. So now we've so it's quite good. I mean, and we're not saying,
is it a typo or is he purposely misspelling his name so that you can't find them now?
Well, we covered everything in our investigation because we had this lady called, you may have heard of her before, called Susie, and she's like assassin when it comes to,
because they usually misspell it. That's what they usually do.
Well, he had his lawyer actually say that they wanted, because when he was hanging around with Christopher, there was a 4-year supervision thing. So anything that he was doing was to be supervised. And the lawyer was trying to get rid of the supervision, claiming that he wasn't involved in this and that. But if you didn't have the right searching of his name, you wouldn't find his history. So that we had the same problem. So we're not saying that's what happened, But because there was two spellings of his name, it did make it difficult for us to find the other side of all the stuff that was going on. You know what I mean?
The video should be hashtag Dante name 1.
Yeah.
Hashtag Dante name 2. So it
Oh,
comes
look,
up in the search results for both.
Well, we've done pretty good. We've actually done. I don't. If Dante read his own blog, he wouldn't be able to accuse me of, because what he's upset about, he doesn't get it, because what he's saying is, I never recruited anybody, so I'm not, and nor did
I had that same talk today with somebody from Novacast. They're like, "Well,
Right.
I didn't recruit anybody," but I was like, "Dude, I can see you're promoting it because I could see the traffic going to your link."
Yeah, what they're actually saying is, you've got no dirt on me, and I go, well, we have actually, because I mean, if I go back to this Mark thing that keeps on coming up about, I understand what he's saying. Mark sold a building to Christopher, so there is a connection. And Mark is a prominent lawyer. That's why he had a $3.2 million building to sell to Christopher. Mark was a man of influence.
Unless you could connect that there's like building fraud or something there, that like he sold it under value or something like was laundered to Chris during that transaction. What does that do?
Well, you need to have,
a real estate agent sold the building to a criminal.
And then he goes, oh, well, you're not using Mark's name. And I go, well, yeah, okay. Well, I don't really feel like sitting here publicizing a lawyer right now. And ironically, this guy's, Dante's lawyers, is like friends with Mark's lawyer. So Mark and Dante's lawyers are mates. And Mark said, if anyone was ever going to represent me in the courtroom, he'd use Dante's lawyer. And he said, in Dante's lawyer, if he ever needed representation in court, he would use Mark.
That means they're tight friends. Duh.
Yeah, and it says, so when Dante started posting shit about Mark, I sent it off to Mark and said, oh, you might want to have a yarn to us. Literally, that content come offline the next day. And we couldn't find his Instagram account either. So we thought, oh, you got told to take it down. And he did. As far as I'm aware, I'm making this all up to a certain degree, but that's what we got told by.
Probably he said, hey, what the hell, man?
Yeah, the lawyer would have said, pull your head in, young fella. Anyway, the fun thing that I want to share with you guys, and this was the grand finale of this whole 1 hour and 56 introduction to my blog today, is somebody said to me, why don't you create a song that's similar to this one? Now, this is, I'll see if I can bring it up. So this is the song that Dante plays all the time. Oh, hold it. Okay, and I can't play it too much because we'll get done with more than 7 seconds, but it's this one here. All right, and this is, Rich's... Yeah, you've got it. So if we come to Danny's blog, listen to this.
All right.
Sounds familiar?
Rich.
Dance party.
YoungRich. YoungRich, everybody look at me.
It even sounds like it.
Rolex shining for the camera naturally. Got another reel, got another mention. Everybody wants money and attention. He wants money and attention. Flash cars lined up in every direction. $500 to 10 grand, that's the lesson. Ask another question, now we're starting attention. Money and attention. Money and attention. If Danny asks for evidence, here comes another Instagram session. Diamond glasses, joint burning in the sun. Luxury rentals making everybody think you won. Rolex on the wrist, camera pointed at the right. But ask who owns the cars and suddenly we're going for a drive. I'm just an investor, I never recruited. Okay, that's exactly what the article reported. 6 weeks of questions sitting there unanswered. Then the investigation drops and suddenly Danny's the bastard. Call me names again, threaten me again. Tell the whole internet you're coming for me again. He wants money and attention. Flash cars lined up in every direction. $500 to 10 grand, that's the lesson. Ask another question, now we're starting attention. everybody gets the whole conversation. 100 kilos, 10 months away. Now we're debating marijuana law in the USA. I'm not a criminal. They'll clear it one day, mate. I'm only reading what the records actually say. Then it's OnlyFans management, another new plan. High value lifestyle, high value man. Trading education, prop firms on the screen, $500,000 buying power. But what does that really mean? Show the receipts again, follow the facts again. Don't need a Lamborghini to know where the money went. He wants money and attention. Diamond glasses getting everyone's attention. $500 to 10 grand, that's the lesson. But apparently it takes months before you reach that progression. Money and attention. Money and attention. Funny what you learn when you ask a couple questions. Drug test Danny, polygraph Danny, check his computer, investigate Danny. Spend $100,000, put his name everywhere. 40 fake stories, mate, I've already been there. You can call me ugly, you can call me strange, but insults on evidence and facts don't rearrange. You say you're the victim and tell us what occurred. I'll publish the evidence, not somebody's word. Young, rich, big watch, flash cars, TikTok, big claims, big smoke. One question, not a joke. Show receipts, show proof. That's all. That's true. He wants money and attention. Every disagreement becomes another mention. 40 minutes talking finally broke the tension. Funny what can happen when we have a conversation. Money and attention. Money and attention. You tell your side, I'll publish mine. And everybody gets to make their own decision. Diamond glasses, Rolex wrist. Another reel, another twist. No threats, no fiction, just receipts and contradiction. Money and attention.
Actually went perfect.
I know. I mean, you couldn't get a better song. So, yeah, so quite pleased with that. So if you do want to listen to that investigation, I'll put the link, and then you want to listen to his recording, go for it, make him happy. Oh, he actually quite likes the song. I think the last comment we got from him, which is 2 more now, he goes 9, it's all about numbers. So he says 9 viewers. Look, have you ever heard about David and Goliath, Dante? Why don't we ring him? David and Goliath was a funny one, wasn't it? Because one stone, one short little guy in the center of the head, the bigger they are, the bigger they fall. So, I mean, that's the truth of it. Let's bring you up, mate. What are you doing? Let's see what you think, because you'll probably like the song. Are you ready for this, guys?
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. He didn't want to talk to me yesterday, but he might now. So he says, tell your 9 viewers to say hello. Let's say himself.
We have 31 viewers.
Do we? Oh, well, there we go. I don't know if that's true. That's across all the different platforms. There he goes.
Hello, mate.
Oh, you talking like an Aussie? Do you want to get a...
Yes, I'm an Aussie. How you doing there, mate?
You're a bad sounding Aussie, no offence, but if you want a thong, you know the difference between a thong and a chili bin. Esky?
The hot cold chili peppers. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, that's somebody I could see you being in the band with. My first book I ever listened to was Anthony Kiedis, and it was the Red Hot Chili Peppers story. It was friggin' amazing. Anyway,
that sounds amazing, mate.
Yeah, well, you've got a terrible Aussie accent, so probably better off the US one. What nationality are you originally from? Because you look like you're a bit of Italian in there, because you're a good-looking fella.
Yeah, I'm absolutely Italian, mate. He's a gorgeous fella. I'm a gorgeous guy.
Really? That's what everyone...
Yeah, absolutely. 100% Sicilian. We come from a land where, people have honor, loyalty, respect.
All right.
And, I don't know what happens over there in New Zealand.
Oh, we can completely
As a woman, I don't agree that he
looks
is
like a bunch
good
of
looking.
pedos are over there in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Pedo land.
Well, I didn't ring up to abuse you,
Isn't
mate.
in America where Trump is?
Yeah. Have you got oil for your car?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got a problem?
What?
I'm here. Let's talk.
No, I'm just trying to ring you up because we can. Because you said you wanted to say hi to my 9 viewers, and I thought, well, why don't we just ring up and let you say hi for you?
Yeah, because, I get millions of viewers and you get 9.
You're the man, mate. You're the man. Well, could you share some of my videos?
I mean, I haven't seen any of your videos. They're too long. You're really not a good reporter.
That's right.
You go around in circles. You couldn't even say Chris's name for like the first 6 videos.
How did you find that information out?
I mean, you were calling him.
How did you find that information out? Because if you haven't watched my videos,
just people that talk in the streets. Obviously, I hear things. So yeah.
So why didn't you investigate Christopher? Why didn't you before you gave Christopher $100,000 investigate him then if you're that good at it?
Why didn't I what?
You invested $100,000 in Goliath. Why didn't you investigate Christopher?
At least, yeah. Everybody had to put at minimum 100,000.
Yeah, I know. But why didn't you investigate him and do the job right like I did? Because you're criticizing me, but you're the one that lost $100,000, not me.
Yeah, so the reason I didn't need to investigate him is because I had people like Markney James, who was my actual lawyer.
I thought you were looking at I thought you were looking at Nick Petrello's Rolex watches.
At the time that I came in.
So you just went by that's the oldest trick in the book is to believe influencers, mate.
Well, unfortunately, I've never been down this road.
We call weak-minded people believe in influencers.
And hey, listen, if that's how you feel, then unfortunately...
No, it's the facts, mate. We report the facts. We looked at the contract. Did you sign a contract? Did you sign a contract when you signed up for Goliath?
Everybody did.
Right. I just looked at the first contract, mate, and said it was FUD.
And maybe it was.
It was.
We're never...
Well, I think we don't need to dispute that now, mate. I think we don't need to dispute the contract that you signed was the red flag I had to blow this whole scam. I just had to keep...
So you expect an ex-drug dealer to be able to know what all these contracts are, but you won't expect a high-level person like Markney James
pretend it's drugs.
Did he invest in Goliath Ventures?
Pretend the deal was on drugs. You would know the value,
at that time, I believe that he was an investor. I believe that he was handling
you've got no proof. Mark never invested. Mark never invested in Goliath. You're making accusations without credit. Mark never invested in Goliath. Don't even make that accusation. Mark never invested in Goliath.
Nobody knew. Nobody knows who was involved.
Well, we know you did.
Nobody was going around saying, "Oh, I'm an investor. I'm a promoter. I'm this."
Well, you should have asked them. You should have done some research. You should have asked them. You can't just use negligence.
I should go up to Mark. I should go up to Mark while we're partying with me and his wife.
Yep, you party with everyone. You're the party boy, mate.
And we're drinking bottles.
Yeah, $2,000 bottles.
I'm pretty sure he was sniffing some funny stuff too.
Oh, mate, now you're really trying to stretch it, aren't you?
I was there.
That would have made it really easy to get it out of him.
Listen, I was there, my friend.
Oh, well, I don't believe. Well, mate, I don't believe you.
And make up stories. See, that's you. That's what you do.
You're making up shit, mate. You've got no facts, mate. You've got your word against mine. I've got receipts and court documents.
Doing some funny things.
He must have been a really bad drug dealer.
Absolutely. I thought that he was an investor. Why would I not?
Well, you just believe everyone else. You didn't bother to do any due diligence.
What type of due diligence do I need?
Well, you got a contract, mate. Do you not have a lawyer? You have a contract. Do you not have a lawyer? Did you not take that contract? What about the insurance? You signed up. You signed a contract, gave $100,000 to Christopher. You didn't even bother to look at the contract.
He has given me legal advice in the past that I paid for. And
all right, go after your lawyer, mate.
This man.
Yep.
Why would I not feel comfortable with investing into him when I've already invested into the man that helped me get out of trouble?
All right.
This is the problem.
I just explained that to everybody.
You will never
go for it, mate.
Smarter than me.
Yeah.
You're
the man.
Outdo me, brother.
You're the man.
You can never outdo me.
I have total respect for you as who you are.
My lawyer.
Excellent. I know.
Him for legal advice.
I know.
So if I see him standing next to a man that has an investment firm, I would then believe that it is a good idea.
Oh, you're easy, mate.
Then invest.
You're easy.
And you and everybody.
Have you got any other investments you're doing at the moment?
Everybody knows that the story I'm painting is absolutely.
Have you got any other investments that you're doing at the moment? Who did you see standing beside somebody? Have you seen Onyx Reserve? Have you invested in them?
Listen, what I really want to talk about at this time is if you put if you put your name into
you signed up under
into
Mark.
the Brave search,
You signed up under Mark Krulumsky.
so how come when you put your name into the search online that it comes up that you're a molester and you got all these
you got me, mate. You got me.
Why does it tell you that? Why does it say that?
Well, I explained it to you, but you don't want to listen because you don't want to watch my video.
No, I don't want to listen. I want you to take a lie detector test.
So also, do you believe that Danny was in OneCoin too?
Okay, you can. I'll bet you $100,000 that I have no criminal convictions and I'm not those things. Excuse me. You're accusing me of something. Yeah, all right. I'll bet you $100,000 that your lie detector test will be wrong.
My lie detector. I'm telling you to take a lie detector.
Yeah, I'm happy to take it. I'm happy to take it, but I want to bet you. I want to bet you $100,000. $100,000. If you're wrong, you pay me.
If I'm wrong, so if you win, right? If you win that you're not a molester, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's right.
Tell him to find a court case.
Yeah, find a court case.
At the end of the day, I'm not the one that has the internet saying things when I plug things in there.
Well, have you searched on your own name lately, mate?
Absolutely. I
brilliant, isn't it?
It says
we're pretty strong in the search results, aren't we?
I've been invested and I've been into some situations, but not molestations.
Yeah, you should see what it says now. Have you searched your own name lately?
Your name in there.
Yeah, okay. Well, I bet you $100,000. We're live on the camera, internet.
You want to do a bet? You want to bet?
Yep, $100,000 right now.
There has to be money involved. You have to make money involved. You don't want
$100,000.
You don't want to just clear your name, right?
No, I want to bet you $100,000 that you can't find any evidence or any proof that you're alleging that you've found on the internet, and that I've never done anything you found on the internet.
How about this? I'll bet you $100,000 that you won't take a lie detector test that and answer a few questions that I want to ask you about children. How about that?
Yeah, okay. So if I answer your questions and you
pass all of them, sure, I'll give you $100,000.
No. We've got to figure out the questions first. But you're making accusations.
We'll put all that on paper and after this.
Okay, mate.
Too much.
Okay. Are you going to spend $100,000 put me in the front page of all the newspapers?
If you're willing to go,
you've got no money, mate. Are you going to ask your mum for a loan?
Oh, I need to ask my mum for a loan.
You do. I know you did.
Who is this? Is this the way?
Mate, you're just full of it, mate.
I need to ask my mum for a loan.
Okay, so the information that you searched and found on the internet, who was the who publicised it?
Listen, brother.
Who publicised that information? It was another scammer.
You want to be a fucking little shitbag? Which one?
Well, I don't know, mate. It all depends who I'm talking to. I just don't know what level I have to go down to or up to.
You're talking to a man, right?
Why is he so triggered?
You're talking to a man, right?
Man, a pimp.
Okay. Whatever you want to call me. I got a 9-inch dick, okay?
Ooh, wow.
And it's thick as fuck.
Mine's 1 inch, mate. But I can do a lot more with a 1-inch dick.
Crazy for it. And we are starting an OnlyFans.
Oh my God.
Based off of me, I'm now going to be the head honcho of this OnlyFans.
Wow, you're the man. You're going to become somebody.
Make sure no girl
content
go to you.
myself now. Okay.
Yep. Is that when you used to be on the
little guys like you? I know little guys.
Oh, like little guy. That's good, mate.
Little mitty.
You're the big man.
Like
you're the man.
Right. Little guys like you. Right.
Yep.
You ain't shit. You're a little ass bitch.
Okay.
You could never.
And you lost $100,000, eh? You've given $100,000 away to a scammer because he was standing beside a lawyer.
You can't walk even a half a step in my shoes, brother.
Oh, that's right. I don't want to stand in your shoes, mate. You got small feet.
Tiny dick energy.
You couldn't. You're a pedo.
Oh, prove it, mate. Prove it. I've got.
Well, the internet.
Wait, you want to bet that Danny was involved in OneCoin too?
It's very
make it
simple.
200,000.
Yeah, am I involved in OneCoin?
Well,
so
I'm offering even 100% money, internet, but we're gonna make a whole bunch more content.
Oh, cool! You're gonna spend $100,000.
Oh, I'm a pimp, and I'm gonna be.
You have to sell one of your Rolexes.
Illegal stuff, and listen, none of this stuff is illegal. Okay.
Okay, well that means it's good.
Porno with women. I can have women under management. I can have girlfriends that are OnlyFans girls.
Good on you, mate.
I can do whatever I want in this lifetime. And I know all the rules, okay? One thing I learned
in prison,
and one thing for sure.
When you're in prison, did you learn it from other people in prison?
I learned the rules.
In prison. When you were in prison, did you learn the rules?
Whether it was in prison, after prison.
I haven't had the privilege of being in prison yet.
Whatever it was, I learned the rules, and I can tell you I ain't gonna break them again. That's enough to know, okay?
Yeah.
I will pay my taxes.
Good man.
I will do all the things that I need to do.
Don't you work?
Citizen
don't you work? You said you work for your mum.
Absolutely, I work for.
So you got a job?
But
do you start at 9 to 5?
Listen, I'm an entrepreneur. Do you know what that is?
Well, you do day trading, don't you?
When people say that.
You can turn $500 into $10,000 in 10 minutes going by your website.
Absolutely can.
Word of advice, my friend, that
if you
you might want to get a lawyer on that statement because that's false
you
advertising.
absolutely can. But the thing is, with people like you, you like to take a narrative. You try to find one little thing about, bro, go choke on a dick. You sound like a fucking idiot.
You're showing your class there, bro.
Fucking loser.
Yeah, that's true. Well, you prove I'm a loser, mate. I'm happy with that.
You are. You look like a fucking idiot. Look at yourself in the mirror, brother.
You look like a porn star, mate. Oh, you are a porn star.
You wake up. I know every day that you wake up and you look in that mirror.
Yeah.
You can't even look yourself in the eye. I know you don't look yourself in the eye, brother. I know you don't.
You're trailer trash, mate. You're trailer trash.
I know you don't.
Can you tell me something? That house with the nice pool, is that your mum's?
Listen, I don't know what you're even talking about.
You know the nice pool with the tiles bottoms and you're in all your videos? Is that your mum's house?
Different location every day of my life.
No, mate, can you answer that question? Are you living in your mum's house?
Four Seasons the next day. I'm in the Ritz-Carlton the other day.
Just tell
I'm in a $300,000 Mercedes right now.
But that's a luxury.
I'm about to pull up to a strip club right now.
Oh,
where
are
I got
you?
three
You're the
women
man.
who are already ready to take off of work.
Wow.
And they're coming with us. They don't even want to work right now. They just want to come hang out with us.
Wow, that's good. Good on you, mate. That's the lifestyle you want to do, mate. I'm not knocking your lifestyle. I'm not knocking your lifestyle. I'm not even going to insult you, mate. I don't need to, mate.
We don't go get
Have you got your gay glasses on?
No, we don't go do the dances like you in the back rooms.
Oh, okay.
We're not those type of guys.
All right.
Okay?
Never been in the back room. I don't know what you mean. Is that where they do the bookwork?
And we go party.
Party.
How guys like
I can't. I had to stop drinking because I've.
And then I work with people that own these clubs as
well.
Why
are you selling your Rolexes for then?
Because I don't want Rolexes no more. I want Pateks. I want Audemars.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
I want the more finer things in life now.
Do you?
So I'm on to bigger and better things, my brother.
Wouldn't you just put them in a safe?
So
and
he
keep them
goes
until
with strippers?
Yeah, he wants to hang out with strippers.
He goes with the most unclassy women ever because he wants the finest things in life and he acts like he's got the tiniest little dick in the world. That's coming from a classy woman.
It's on the internet, baby girl. I don't know what 9 inches looks
like. I don't want to
but
see it because
can you send us a
like
picture?
Really disgusting.
Can you prove that?
And
can
even
you...
if I was single, I wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot fucking pole. I wouldn't let you fuck me if I was wearing another
After
woman.
the last 5 years, I've never had anyone offer to send me a picture of their dick.
Black, probably, to be honest. I don't know, but
I've never had anyone offer to send me their.
Yeah, you do kind of sound manly.
It's not his. He's faking it.
Yeah.
Anyways,
this is tiny dick energy. Only
if you know anything about Sicilians, we're not racist, but we just don't go that way.
And gotta beat on women to feel good.
You know, so
I just can't wait.
Tiny man gotta beat on a woman to feel good. I hope the next woman pimp slap you across
I've never touched a woman in my entire life
breaks your
with nothing more than
nasty
my dick.
fat nose.
Hey,
my dick is the only thing that
somebody in the chat room.
Listen here, Kate Wannabe. Did you see where his story ended? Yours is going to end in the same place. Keep testing us.
Hey, somebody in the chat room just said that your mum.
Anyway,
hey, somebody in the chat room just said that your mother is also an OnlyFans manager. Is that true?
My mom is an OnlyFans manager?
That's what somebody in the chat room is asking that question. Is your mother an OnlyFans manager?
You guys are all retarded, man.
Is that a yes or no? Do we need a lie detector?
Yeah, no, she is not.
You sure?
If you have to even ask that question, you guys are all fucking stupid. You guys are literally living in fucking la la land.
That person's just left the chat room now. They're upset with what you said.
You brought down Chris. Great, awesome. You want to report the facts? The facts are Chris could have never did this without people like Mark and James and all the big people.
And you're hanging on to that, aren't you?
And that's the fact.
You're hanging on to that with dear life. You just want to blame somebody else for your own mistakes.
No. I'm telling you.
You do. You're blaming Mark. You are blaming Mark for the fact that you didn't read the contract.
Actual credit.
You are blaming Mark for your bad behavior. Next time you're going to invest, mate, give me the contract.
For legal Zoom,
my whole life.
Yep.
I was born and raised in Orlando, Florida.
Yep.
And I'm telling you who had the most power and the most influence.
He's been helpful to us, mate. He's been helpful, but he didn't get me investigating this.
No, he was the reason I and my family invested.
Well, you should have read the contract.
He gave me legal advice.
Did he? Well, maybe you could sue him, mate. If he looked at your contract, maybe you could. Well, okay. Well, you gave other people confidence in Christopher.
Sue a person for that.
I'm hiring a lawyer
to
read my contract. I don't read contracts. Rich people.
Well, go after your lawyer then, mate. Go after your lawyer.
Yeah.
To read contracts.
Go after your lawyer.
How is he going to
could have hired one for $49.99
to give me legal advice and to read contracts and he's the one who's a part of the legal team on this fucking company.
So who's
Why
reading
the
your
fuck do I need to
OnlyFans
read it?
contract then?
Okay, Mr. OnlyFans manager can't read
Why
a contract.
do I need to read it
Wants
when
to
he's
write
my
books for
lawyer?
women?
Oh,
Shut
thank you, mate.
up. Oh my God, you're the
why I
most
got you
annoying
guys
man
by
in the
the
world. This
balls.
is
So
why
your
you need
contract
whores.
why I
for
got you guys
OnlyFans
by
is
the
gonna be pretty
balls.
crappy if
He
you
was
don't
my
write.
lawyer.
You need whores.
He was my
'Cause
lawyer,
no
so I didn't
woman
need to
would
do
put
no
up
due
with you for
diligence.
10 minutes.
You didn't need to do any due
Lady, I
diligence.
don't know who you are. I could care
She's
less who you
awesome.
are.
She's a real
But at the
human
end of
being,
the
mate.
day,
She doesn't stand.
at the end of the
She
day,
doesn't
it is
stand
what it
beside
is.
you.
Okay, guys, I'm a victim. I got taken advantage of.
feel for
I'm
you,
a
bro.
I
classy
lost
woman
money.
who, if
Yeah.
you
I
ever
lost
approached
money,
me
and
in a
now,
club,
and now,
I
and
would have
now, I'm
busted
gonna
your
do what I
balls
want to do in
open.
this lifetime. I'm
Yep.
gonna do OnlyFans. I'm gonna do porn. I'm gonna do,
Good on you,
all
mate.
the things
You're
that
gonna
I
go to
good on you.
want to
jail
do in this lifetime.
again.
You
Yeah.
better
I
make
lost
sure the
my
woman
wife.
doesn't write the
I
contract
lost
that you
my
have to give
wife,
her
and I
all the
lost my
money.
investment.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Good on you, mate.
Okay?
Have you been
And I'm gonna
restricted
do
in the past?
everything in this life that you could.
Have
But
you
why does
been
it have to
restricted
be
in
a
the past?
loser idiot?
Have
So
you
if the
been?
woman writes the contract, he's fucked then, because he doesn't
He's
know how
going
to
to
read
give
the
it to his lawyer.
contract.
He's not gonna read it.
Listen, I'm not reading anything. My
You're
lawyer
illiterate,
reads it.
aren't you?
Don't
You don't
get
know
it?
how to read.
He's probably
That's
dyslexic.
really what it is,
I
isn't
do not
it?
know how to read.
So
I
if
don't
you
know
want
how
to
to
make
write.
all your money
I know how to
and
make
you go to
money.
business with
I know how to make
Dante,
money and then pay lawyers to handle all
have
my
the woman
business.
write the contract.
You guys are a bunch of fucking blipstards. Bunch of fucking morons.
Oh, this is a
Okay,
retard who
Tim.
didn't read the contract.
What's wrong, bitch? You mad you can't slap me because I'm a woman?
You guys are a bunch of morons.
Are we? And what are you?
I
I know
can't
you are,
read the
but what are you?
contract, and then I'm going to try to
I'm
manage
far from a
somebody.
moron, I can tell you that.
I know you are, but what are you?
Oh, we're gonna play that game.
How are you going to
Oh,
manage
maybe
people
you
when you
are,
don't know how to
maybe
write a
you.
contract?
I know you are,
Or
but
read
what
a
are you?
contract?
Hey, did you go to school and were you one of the school bullies? He's muted me.
No, he was that guy that was in grade 12 that was hitting on all the grade 7s. That's who he was.
It's hilarious that he's going to try to do a management company. He doesn't know how to write a contract or read a contract.
Well, don't you think it's weird? He doesn't realize he's put himself on mute, but it's weird that he's actually blaming everyone else for his. He said the only reason he signed his contract is because Mark was involved, and they went partying with Christopher a week before Christopher drove himself to the courtroom and handed himself in.
Genius.
To see.
You could have
I'm still
hired
here,
a
by the way.
second-party
I was
lawyer.
checking into my VIP table. Sorry.
Oh, you got a VIP table. Oh my God, you're amazing, mate. Does that make you? Does that make your dick
got
bigger?
it for me, but I'm still
Is
sitting in
Dave
the car talking
working?
to you weirdos.
Yeah,
Tell
put
him
us
I
on
say
mute,
hi.
mate. Stay on the channel. We'd love to hear back from you every now and again. Hey, tell us what you order for drinks.
at the end
Why
of the
don't you
day,
go
guys,
order $100,000 worth of champagne like Chris did that night and show what a man you are?
I mean, my pockets ain't that deep.
So you're
but,
walking into a
you know.
club talking about women like this, expecting
Oh, he's
to
got 3
get
women
women,
with
and you
him, I
think
think.
you're going to get women with class?
He's got 3 women.
Wow.
Ma'am, you must not know anything about me, but I have like
She does.
1,000 women right now.
I know everything about you. And by the way, a real classy woman thinks that that's fucking disgusting. We look at men like
But do you realize I'm
as
not looking
the
for a
bottom
classy
dirt
woman anymore?
on the bottom
I'm
of
not
our
looking
shoe
for a
butt.
classy woman.
Oh, it's even worse.
Classy woman. What the
No,
hell are you?
because you're nothing.
Where
You're a
do
pig.
classy women?
Oink.
Where do classy women
Oink
even
for
exist?
me,
Where
piggy.
do we find
Keep
them at?
oinking
Please
for me,
explain.
little piggy.
Where do you find them? Not at nightclubs, mate.
Yeah, where do we find them? You
We
want me
all
to go
know
like
you're
to
the
the
size of a
library or
pinky
something?
finger.
Mate, you're easily sold to.
No,
As long
you
as they're
find
wearing
a
a
nice,
short dress,
sexy
got a
attorney,
pretty
genius.
face on their face, you would just go out with them because
Because
of
maybe
looks.
then you could actually write contracts.
You probably have 3 STDs. Nobody
that's
wants
right.
your gonorrhea.
Oh, only
Keep
3.
it to yourself.
Yeah. Oh my God. Have you ever had an STD, mate?
Have I ever had an STD, mate? Not that I'm aware of. No, nothing that's stuck.
Hey, mate, you might want to have somebody
doesn't
read
even
your
get checked.
Mikey
stuck,
AI,
Yeah,
Oh.
get one of those smear tests, I think. Put it in your bottom.
your bot
No,
contract.
I like to wrap him up. You know, I'm pretty good with
Do
that.
you just love yourself, or do you have other people that love you as well?
Well, we don't want him to have any Satan
I mean, at this
spawns,
point, I gave everybody all my love. I was a very affectionate person to every person on this planet, and everybody turned their back on me. Everybody showed me that this world is a very evil place.
It isn't it?
And there's a bunch of evil people like you who are atheists, who praise.
Oh, you're going to go after the God thing, are you?
And
is that
you know,
you're like having a wee mud fight, and you're trying to pick up everything you can. So now you're going to have a go at me again.
That people like you, you know, devil worshipping people.
Devil worshiper. How come if I don't have a belief in God, you think I
God
worship?
didn't sell women.
I know,
God said give money to the poor, not
I don't need a
take it.
crutch.
I know what this world is.
I don't need a crutch in my life, mate.
This world is, right?
Can you
Now
tell
that I
me
know
about
what it is-
6844 Valhalla Way?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I used to live there. That was my house before it was Chris's. How funny is that?
That's interesting. That's why you got subpoenaed, mate, isn't it?
Funny how you guys shared a home, but you're blaming Mike for you being in this instead of Christopher.
Yeah. Why did you move
Seems
into
like you were
house
closer to
8
Christopher
years
than Mike
before
was.
him? I lived in that house 8 years before him.
Good to know. You could have helped us with the investigation, mate.
No, I was Chris before Chris, but without the Ponzi scheme.
But why did you get all the stuff delivered there all the time? Because Christopher,
I've been the king of Orlando since Orlando was Orlando. This is what you don't understand.
Ooh. Oh, maybe
Nobody's
Every
hurting
girl
you.
in Orlando
You ain't the
wants
king of
me.
shit. Nobody's
I
hurting
am,
you.
though. I mean, when it comes to what it is.
So
No,
did
you're
you
not.
take
Nobody's
delivery?
heard of you. I've talked to people at the clubs down there. Nobody knows who you are. You're making up being VIP right now to seem important. What are you talking about? Stop. This is embarrassing, little dick.
No.
Hey, what's 9 divided by 10?
Listen, you guys are playing fucking shitbag games. You
Sorry,
know,
mate.
it's like.
No, you
I don't
did.
play
You answered
shitbag
this
games.
phone in
Yeah.
a fake Australian accent, trying to mock and thinking you were going to be funny. And then when it turned around on
you
you,
guys
now
have
you
been
want to play
roasted and
victim.
toasted all
Now
this
you
whole
want to play
entire
victim.
conversation.
Boo-hoo. Big scammer so mad. Tiny dick energy. Can't slap the woman yelling at him.
This lady is fucking funny. Where you come from? I would love to know.
Oh, so you can insult her?
Canada, bitch. The
What's your
better
ethnicity?
America.
Yeah.
What are you? I just want to know.
Well, she's a human,
I'm
mate.
Italian, bitch.
Oh, you're Italian?
Yeah, and you'll never get to touch her either.
There is
She's
no
too nice
way
for
an
you.
Italian woman would be dealing with an atheist like this. So I don't believe that.
Atheist. I said I don't.
I'm an
neutral,
atheist.
mate.
I grew up Roman Catholic, but I don't like being lied to.
He thinks he
and
can insult me
manipulated.
because I don't have a belief, and all of a sudden, because I'm not serving God, he thinks I'm serving some other person. I'm neutral. Do you not?
Are you
If you put
Roman
your car in
Catholic
neutral, mate, it
as
goes
a
nowhere.
There's no such thing as neutral,
As
sir.
an
So if you're up
Italian?
In your life, it isn't.
when you're in the church,
Mate,
Are you
you're
a
the guy that
Catholic?
signs up and gives $100,000 away because somebody's standing next to a lawyer.
to a different person.
I don't pray,
Are
mate.
you a
I
Catholic?
don't pray. How can you
Are
accuse
you a
me of praying to
Catholic?
somebody when I don't pray? And what the hell has that got to do with my life and yours? You just leave. It's nothing to do with
It's
it, mate.
because it tells a little bit about people's character.
Oh,
When
okay.
you have-
Do you
So
go to
in your
church
world,
every
mate,
Sunday?
you have no
you're a
belief.
pimp and you hang out
How
with
do you go to church
prostitutes.
every Sunday
When
if
you
you're
don't
at the
even
club
have a
Saturday
belief?
night?
You hang out with
Listen, when you don't
prostitutes.
even
You've
have a
been in
belief-
prison. You're
I
a
do
drug
have a
dealer,
belief. My
and you're
belief
talking to
is
me
that
about
there's no
belief.
such thing as a God.
Oh, so it doesn't count?
Marijuana.
So they
I
locked you up.
smoke marijuana
No, it
too.
doesn't count.
Doesn't
I
count. Well, how
smoke
come you?
too, bud.
It doesn't count.
I smoke too.
I don't smoke
We
anything.
could be
Believe me, I
friends.
know you smoke weed. I can tell you're high right now.
Damn right I am.
Yeah,
Exactly. What the fuck's wrong with marijuana?
I've never tried it.
Well,
Okay,
nothing,
it's
but you
good.
see, I
Maybe
don't
it'll
tend to
fucking-
carry.
maybe it'll
I
make
don't
you not
carry
fucking be such a
100
weirdo.
kilograms on me because I'm not trying to sell it to school-age children.
School-age children.
Yeah.
So that's who we were
Yeah,
selling
what are you
it to.
doing
We
with
weren't
that
selling
much?
it. We weren't selling it to cancer patients, and we weren't selling it to the people that really needed it before the government was
No, you
allowing them to get it,
weren't.
right?
You're a pimp.
Oh, we
Stop
weren't. We didn't have
that.
any of those patients, right?
Oh, we're going on about the drug laws
We
again.
didn't have any.
Hey, we
of
want to
those
know
patients,
about the house,
right?
mate. We want to know about 6844 Holloway Way because we know Christopher had things.
It was my house before it was Chris's.
Yeah, but what
else
about
do
all
you
the
wanna
stuff?
know? I've lived in a lot of houses.
Oh, I'm not asking you how many houses or kindergartens you've been in, mate, but I want to know more about that house because that was part of our investigation. Everything seemed to come back to that house. Were you receiving stuff or deliveries to that house?
Me?
Well, you lived in the house, mate.
Was I receiving deliveries to that house?
Well, what was the involvement with Chris in that house? Because every time we looked up a company registration, that house kept on popping up. That's why you got involved in
I have
this.
no clue. I lived there 8 years ago.
Even
and it
your
just so
company,
happened-
Dante.
Yeah, I was. Well, me and my family, we were in vacation businesses. So at that point, we were all had vacation companies, and we were working with Westgate and a bunch of different other properties, providing tours for their properties. And I'm sure
Is tour another word for concierge services? And does that involve like women?
No, it's no, it has nothing to do with the woman or anything.
Okay, well, just say you've just got so many females around. I had to ask.
No, I mean, it was a vacation program. You don't know what freaking timeshare is?
No, not really, no. I'm a Kiwi, mate, you know? It's all about chili bins and I'm whatever you want me to be, mate.
Timeshare is so you know, you did all the full investigation on Jackie Siegel and you don't know who the fuck she is and what she sells? You're a fucking moron.
No, I do. I know enough.
You are a fucking moron.
Well, whatever you want to call me, mate. I've got thick skin that bounce right off me. Listen, what do you want to have a go at me now? Do you want to have a go about me what colour shoes I wear?
So listen, okay, let me take you to fucking school, you fucking loser. Okay?
You're classy, mate.
Jackie Siegel is now the
Are you hanging off the coattails of her as well?
Westgate.
Yeah, I know that.
And I used to.
Are you screaming in the VIP section right now? Because that's kind of funny.
I used to provide tours for Westgate.
Okay.
Do you understand what that is?
Well, you're telling us. Your story, mate.
Screaming at
Here's your microphone.
So they don't like to do their advertisement. They'd rather hire companies like us to do their advertisement.
Yeah.
So we would do the advertisement. We'd find the customers to come to their property.
You mean your mum's business, don't you? Because you work for your mum.
As a broker.
We
were paid as a broker.
You were talking about your mum's business, and you work for your mum.
My mom has a business that I work for. I've had my own businesses that I've worked for.
But this one at Holloway.
But yes, I've always worked for my mom's business.
Excellent. There's nothing wrong with that, mate. I'd love to work for my mum. But I mean, so that Holloway house was all involved with your mum's, and it was all part of holiday rentals.
No, that particular property was a property that me and my first wife lived in, and me and her had our own separate vacation business registered to that property. It had nothing to do with my mother.
Oh, cool. I'm bringing up the picture of the house now because I'm so interested in it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful house. It was absolutely stunning. I loved it.
Is that the one with the swimming pool? Oh my God, it's worth $2.8 million.
Wake up in that house.
It's worth.
Did Chris Delgado buy a timeshare?
No, I don't know. What the fuck does that have to do with this? I don't know what the fuck you're trying to get at.
We're part of our investigation time.
It's a stupid comment.
Well, can you imagine from our perspective, though, when we've had all these, like Nick used to have something to do with that house, didn't he? Nick Petrillo? Mike? Who else? So who else used to live in that house? Because a lot of people, see, this house seems to be the center of visitors.
I have no clue, but the funny part about it is I lived there 8 years ago.
Yeah.
So
it's a long time ago.
This was when he was maybe still even flipping burgers. So I don't think you guys understand.
Well, tell us. Educate us with your wisdom, sir.
Well, I've been here in Orlando, and I've been living very, very, very good my entire life. That's all I'm going to say. Okay.
Yeah, good on you, mate. Oh, it was on the back of a golf course. Did you hear that Christopher is getting like 20 golf balls thrown at his house every day? Have you got any evidence that Christopher is still in the house where he was? Because we don't believe he is, but we haven't got any evidence.
That he's still in what house?
Oh, is it the one where he was it's one that's been all over the news where he's the gated community he's currently living in? Because
if he's still in the mansion,
is it Windermere? No, it's not Windermere, is it? Yeah. No, I don't think we've got no proof of him. He's disappeared.
What would make you feel happy? Do you want to hear that he's like on the street, or do you want to hear that he's like in the mansion?
Mate, if he was 6 foot under, I would be happy enough. I think a lot of people don't like Chris at the moment.
So you actually wish death upon people.
I don't wish death, but I wouldn't care if he's dead or alive. I've never really gone after Chris. I've actually gone after
evil person.
No, you're putting words in my mouth. I'm not. Listen, hey, you can't put words in my mouth and move on because I'll just cut you off. All right, we're going to cut you off here, mate. So what I'm saying is. What I'm saying is I work for the victims. I don't care if Chris is dead or alive.
You're not a judge, you're not the jury, you're no one.
No, but I work for the victims.
You just said that he deserves death.
No, I didn't. You just twisted that. I don't care if he's dead or alive. I honestly don't. It doesn't make any difference in my life.
So wait, he doesn't have a connection with the MCT3?
Do you see how evil you are?
Why is that evil? I said I don't care whether he's dead or alive. I don't have any emotional connection to Christopher. That's what I'm getting to.
You even wish death upon somebody.
No, wishing death upon and twisting it, mate. You're a friggin' loser, aren't you? You're a piece of shit, aren't you? You're the bottom feeder on the planet, really. You twist everything. And all you can do is swear and poke at everyone else. Everyone else is the problem. You are where you're at.
Fucking rape you every fucking night in the fucking in the chambers of fucking.
Is that what happens in prison, mate?
Of hell, you motherfucker. You understand?
Is that what happens in prison, mate?
How is that any better?
Gonna fuck you every fucking night, motherfucker. Remember
that.
Ew,
now you're gay?
I know,
now you're threatening
no, you don't know what goes down in motherfucker.
Well, you would.
What happens in motherfucking
I
hell,
thought you got women.
All that gay shit.
I thought you got women. Now you want to have sex with Danny?
Oh my God.
Why do you want to have sex with Danny so bad? That's so weird. I thought you didn't like
Hey, this house is nice. I can see here you. I think you're actually. I can see that's a beautiful house.
Accusations without proof.
Yeah.
You want a defamation
Listen, man,
lawsuit,
go read some
you?
scriptures of what happens in
Scripture. You don't read the Bible, mate.
Too, baby girl.
You use it to prop up things.
Quote us the Bible, my friend.
You're probably believing one of the gods that has
will translation.
Babies, eh?
Our Father in the heaven, let your will be done.
You know why? Stop being a Catholic, Dante. Because my Catholic priest molested
I don't care if he's dead or alive. I don't know if anyone. I don't think anyone would really care. He serves no purpose anymore. He's just going to be a.
Same with like Andrew
he's just going to be a waste of taxpayer money, isn't he? Really.
You wish death upon people who have scammed
That's right, mate.
people. Okay.
Yep.
There's certain.
I don't care whether they're wishing death on somebody, and I don't care if you do. Whatever you want to say, mate, you say it because whatever you say doesn't have any clout because you're a nobody. Say whatever you like, mate. I'm looking at the house you used to live in.
He wanted to do you every night. I thought he got women, but he's talking about how he wants to do you.
Yeah, all right. It's in the future, mate. Big wardrobe.
Well, mate, you'll be there long before us.
Who are you, mate? Who are you? Dante, who are you, really? What are you?
Dante, you'll be there long before us.
Dante, what are you? What type of person are you, really?
For this little port of life that you've...
Okay. You're the man, mate. As long as you're on top, you're all good, eh? You got no humility, have you? As long as you're the number one, you don't care about anyone else. You just, you don't even practice what you preach.
Please do my call.
I do, absolutely.
No, you don't. You don't care about anyone else except yourself. And you're still trying to make it, mate.
Let's go back to the house. Let's get back to the house.
I'm looking at the pictures now. It's lovely.
So I want to know, all right? Do you think he's there partying with a bunch of bitches?
Well, he's had 3 parties. He's had 3 parties. I don't think the people that lost all the money.
Why would you refer to women as bitches?
Yeah, what sort of man are you?
If you're such a ladies' man.
You'll be at the pearly gates, mate, and God will say, did you call women bitches? And you'll have to go, yes, I did.
And now I've turned sour. You guys don't listen.
Can you not be respectful?
No, you can't.
No, I don't want to keep repeating myself to a bunch of dumb
How are you
idiots
so
that can't even
emotional?
fucking
But then
remember
you think
something
you
from
can
10
run a
minutes ago.
business?
So Sheila,
What is
your mum.
wrong with
Remember
you,
something
sir?
from fucking 10 minutes ago.
Hey, shut up for a minute. Did Sheila, we got a question from the viewers.
To pieces,
hold
and
it.
I don't give a fuck about none of you hoes.
Oh, you don't give a fuck about anyone, mate. It's pretty obvious.
I'm not a hoe. I've been married for 13 years.
Benefit me. That's what I'm going to do.
Oh, you got to pick up shit when you...
What else do you got to say?
Is Charlotte
Are
lived
you
in the
going to
house?
start screaming at the girls at the VIP section like
Yeah,
this?
well,
Or
he's going to be all wound up all night now.
These bitches listen.
Friday night.
They don't fucking do what
Can
you
we-
would have been cut just like my ex.
Cut.
We don't put
Oh,
up with
they
this
let
shit.
your
Oh, so you like the
children
bimbo.
in a heart
Shayla.
broken by a
Listen,
woman.
if you
so
don't
now
listen, bitch, you
Shayla.
are.
Hey, is Shayla. Is Shayla your mum?
Deal with bitches.
Did
Shayla.
Shayla lived in the house with you? Your mum?
Shayla.
Yes, my first wife was Shayla.
Ah, thank you. All right, that's what we wanted to know. Thank you for cleaning that up. That
And
took a
she
lot of...
left 'cause you
Boy, it
cheated,
took
right?
a lot. Didn't it take a lot to get that out of you, mate? We just want to ask you some basic questions and you're just hurling abuse at us all.
Shayla.
Deflection's what you're doing there, mate. We're not stupid.
And I ain't doing nothing. You guys are bringing up stupid ass shit, and I'm just.
Mate, you're telling me I'm going to get raped in hell. That's not nice, you know. Oh, okay.
If you go into those gates, brother, I promise you.
There's no gates in hell, mate. Hey, I tell you what, mate. If you want to do...
Listen.
No, listen here, mate. Who do you think made... Who made heaven? Ask me this.
Don't you
Mate,
fucking get it?
Dante.
They're all there.
Dante, who made heaven?
You stupid motherfucker.
Who
I
made-
ain't even going that far.
No, no. Who made heaven?
God, you stupid.
Okay,
piece
who
of
made
shit.
who made hell?
I'm not going down this.
No,
road
no, no,
with
no.
you.
Answer the friggin' question for once. Who made hell?
God, you stupid motherfucker.
So God made heaven, God made hell. Who runs hell?
Yep. The devil.
Who runs heaven?
God.
Who decides who goes where?
God.
Right, so you're telling me that Satan and God work together and decide who goes to heaven and hell.
You don't know the fucking.
So you're
story
now
of
telling me that Satan and God work together.
I'm not gonna sit here and go down the fucking roads of what have been fucking.
No, but you're just telling me
brought it up
God made heaven, God made hell, So they must be two. There are two opposing entities, and you're telling me they're working together now, bro. You haven't really thought that one. Did you see God and Satan stand beside a high-profile lawyer, and you believe what they said?
Listen to me, okay? When you get to the pearly gates and God denies you and then sends you there,
no such thing.
Remember these conversations.
No such thing. No such thing.
As far as my belief and your belief, brother, we don't got to go down these rabbit
Just like there's no such thing as Goliath Ventures.
I don't need the crutch.
Real juicy shit.
I don't need the crutch in my life, mate. Mate, if you're hanging on to going to the pearly gates when you die, then good luck to you, right? If that's what keeps you motivated and your engine's rolling,
listen,
go for it.
He's not going to be at the pearly gates if he's pimping out women and stealing money from the poor. He's going down below.
It's in the
Jesus
Bible.
was not okay. Jesus, I've read the whole Bible. I grew up Roman Catholic. I told you.
He's living in Babylon, though.
Jesus was not okay with, he was nice to the prostitutes, first of all. Okay. He didn't call them whores.
Adam and Eve and Steve.
No, you're not. You called me names.
I am.
You've been misogynistic.
Lady, you don't know me. That's the thing. You don't know me.
I've literally been talking to you now for like half an hour.
Is this Christopher's neighborhood?
I'm the most sweetest. I'm the most
you're not,
honorable.
Yeah, you're not going to win that argument today, mate.
We're waiting to see it after a year of following this scam.
And you start doing weird shit like fucking the heck, and you want to hide fucking evidence. You want to bring up names, and you want to do weird shit.
You brought up Mike. Nobody else brought up Mike.
What weird shit? I haven't done any weird shit. Mate, I live in New Zealand, mate.
A lot of weird shit. Just the way you
You're
look.
the one that's yelling at the club.
Oh, my mother's going to be crying now.
Are you getting a strip show right now? Do you got your dick hard right now while you're yelling at us? I have to know.
Hello?
Is that 9 inches just flinging around in the air while you're screaming at us, waving your hands? I need to know.
He can't even wear undies because it just wanders around too much, you know? He's sort of got to tape it up to his chest up here.
Is it going to poke someone in the eye?
Yeah, it's all right.
I mean, yelling at us.
You meet this sweet little lady, and then all of a sudden you get it on, and she's screaming like, "Oh my God, don't go near me!" That must be uncomfortable. I don't know, but I'm just assuming.
I mean, listen, when you're as small as you guys come up.
How do you know how small I am? How do you know how small? Have you seen photos of me on the internet?
Listen, I know what you look like, and I know what God has blessed you with, and it's something very small.
I don't really want to talk about.
He made your face look exactly like your fucking
did God tell you? Do you speak
No,
directly
I just know how
God?
he operates. I know how the Matrix works. Don't you understand?
Well, then that's why you have such a tiny dinger.
Okay,
hey, what are you wearing tonight?
That's why you have that. Do you understand?
Did you take the Rolls Royce or the McLaren out today? What did you take the Mercedes?
I'm in the Brabus. I'm in the Brabus S-Class Brabus.
What's a Brabus?
Do you even know what that is?
A G-Wagon?
I thought you were in the VIP section.
Is it a G-Wagon?
Well, I'm literally, I mean, I can FaceTime you guys if you want. I'm literally sitting outside the club trying to fucking get this thing over, but...
The strip club? Is it a G-Wagon?
The girls are ready to come with us whenever we want.
But why didn't you go get the girls?
You said you just... No, hold on. He said he just signed into the VIP.
My boy
now he's outside. Why are you lying?
The one that was talking
about
Why are you lying?
Yeah, I thought you were in the club.
Be honest about where he is right now. Fuck this guy.
Hey, why don't you get the girls and put them on the phone for us? We'd love to talk to them. Ask them if they're safe.
Well, they get out at 2. They can't break their fucking
Oh my God, you get sloppy seconds.
No, you said they didn't want to work and they wanted to come hang out with you. Now your story's changing.
This conversation is not my favorite, but it has been comical. We've enjoyed it, mate. I hope you've enjoyed it too. I enjoyed it. I
listen, at the end of the day, you got 9 views.
Yeah. Got a few more now.
You out, I took your call just to let you know that
you see the video CoffeeZilla did on Goliath Ventures with Danny that got over 5 million views? I'm just wondering.
4.2. 4.2. Why not? Because you can't compete. You can't compete with CoffeeZilla.
What the fuck is CoffeeZilla?
You don't know? He got 4 million views on my video, mate. And you
he calls the Avengers is just staggering, and I really have to give them credit. But honestly, if it hadn't been for me trying to get this whistleblower report, this video probably wouldn't have existed. I would have dropped the case.
How about this?
It was only chasing down
We're going to do a video together.
No,
and I'm going to make it get 100 million.
No, but I don't want a whole lot of young Duftovs.
No. We're going to do the story on Marky Mark, motherfucker.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Will you provide me the receipts?
Me and
Yeah, you provide me. You provide the evidence
together, and I'm going to make it get 100 million views. You ready?
Excellent. I tell you what, I have no problems with that. You provide me the evidence, and I promise you, I'll publish it.
Absolutely.
Yep. I want.
So now
I want court. I want
right
PDFs.
Me and you.
I want PDFs.
We're going to do our investigation together.
Yep.
We're going to provide all the evidence, and we're going to go after Mark, the number one.
I don't go after people, though, mate. That's where you've got it wrong.
And you.
No.
That he is the reason that
No. I'm not going after anybody. I haven't even come after you. I've just presented the evidence.
We are. We're going to release this. It's going to get 100 million views.
Well, no, I've not even come after you, mate.
100 million views.
No, you're not listening to me, and we can't work together unless you listen to me. But I haven't come after you. I've just simply provided the court documents and the information about your history in the past.
Sanjay, you didn't mention.
Well, I haven't got any court documents on Sanjay, mate. I haven't got that. I haven't found that Sanjay's been locked up. I gave you a PDF. I gave you a PDF on Sanjay, didn't I? That $402,000 receipt.
You never released a new picture with a fucking new screenshot of the list. That's what I've been. Everybody's been waiting for the new list.
What list?
With this update bullshit, put out a new list.
What list?
Your co-conspirator list, you shithead.
No, I said it was Operation Elephant. We're going through every one. We've done one on you.
No, put up the real list. Put the fucking 100 fucking list, not the 20.
I don't know the investigation world, you know, but we haven't got a new list. We're still going.
Exactly.
We've still got the same list. Yeah, but we're doing what we call Operation Elephant, where we go after each person one at a time. And we've basically presented the evidence that we've got on you.
What you're doing is you're hiding all the people that actually were involved.
I'm not hiding anybody. You provide me the receipts of Mark.
I have it all.
Excellent. Provide it to me and I promise you I'll publish it.
I've already told you we have 6 victims.
No, that's not proof. I need victims. No, I need a victim that's signed up under, like, if I haven't got any proof of you signed up anybody, so I can't use that, and I haven't done that.
So why am I on the list, shitbag?
Well, shitbag here saw you partying with Christopher a week before he got arrested.
So that's why I'm on the list.
Because you're associated and you're partying with him. Have you been on? Okay, have you been on planes with Christopher?
I have not been on one fucking private jet, and I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
Because I can't go on a fucking private jet with him.
Okay.
He has a criminal record.
I've been on many of them afterwards.
Oh, is that right?
I've been on them. They take us, they fucking strip the plane down, and it's a fucking nightmare. Okay?
Why?
I was on there with fucking Jackie and all the fucking seagulls, and they pulled us off on the fucking islands and had us there for 2 hours. I'm not putting my rich friends through fucking bullshit because I was on a jet with fucking marijuana in the past.
Oh, I see, because you've got a drug conviction.
You're not rich. You admit it?
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Because you just said rich friends.
Yeah.
And just so you know, okay, towards very, very towards the end, not towards the end, but more towards the middle, I wasn't allowed to wear a shirt. I wasn't allowed to promote it. I wasn't allowed to say anything. I wasn't allowed to be a promoter.
Because you were under supervision for 4 years, eh?
Being allowed to do that because of my background.
Yeah, well, we knew you were under supervision.
I'm something. No, look, you're telling me that I'm something that maybe that maybe I wanted to be that person, right? Maybe I did want to be that person, but I wasn't even allowed to be.
Have you read the blog I've written about you, mate? So, Dante, have you read the blog I've published about you? Dante, have you read? Dante, get off your wee high horse for a minute. Back up there for a bit. Just listen to these words I'm going to say. It's not hard. Have you actually read the blog that I've published about you?
I don't give a shit what you published about me. No,
have you read the? It's not a tricky conversation.
I didn't read it because I don't care.
Well, if you read the blog, you probably wouldn't be yelling on the phone down me because I haven't actually published things, and I've asked you for questions, and I've only published what I've found. I haven't accused you of anything that I haven't got proof of. So why don't you just read the blog, mate, and then come back to us?
I don't want to read it. The fuck, I'm too busy.
Well, in that case, why can you flick? No, all right. Well, if you got too many bitches in your life, then what am I saying, mate? Read the blog and actually see because you're jumping up and down, and all you can see is a blog. Read it. Tell me if I've got the information wrong, and I'll correct it.
All I want is the facts. That's all
I've published. I have published facts. That's all I promise you I've done. I've not published. Please read it.
I want to help you get 100 million views.
I'm not here for views, mate. I'm here to report. I'm not even a YouTuber, mate. I'm an investigative journalist. I just publish my findings.
The truth. You want the truth. The truth of the truth.
So you think I'm doing this for views, right? That's where you're wrong.
listen, though.
I'm an investigative journalist, and I go after people that are promoting Ponzi schemes and scams.
I'm letting you know that where I stand as a person who comes from wherever I come from.
I don't care where you come from. I get it.
I was not persuaded by Chris or any of the people.
You can't stand anywhere.
Well, you were persuaded. Hold it. You were persuaded by Mark. You just said that earlier on.
I was persuaded by Mark and the big organizations that were allowing him.
Yeah, but what are you going with? You tell me that you weren't persuaded by people, but now you are persuaded by Mark.
I just told you I was not
persuaded by
Chris or
people.
Any of the employees.
Oh, so Mark wasn't an employee?
By the bigger promoters.
Okay.
I'm not going to repeat it again.
Well, you might have to because you're twisting your story as you say it every time.
I'm not twisting anything.
That's like how he's in the car and he's in the VIP section and he's outside the
He's
club,
obviously trying
all
to be the man.
At the same time.
It's his lifestyle is one that we would die to have. But yeah. All right, mate. So what I'm saying is, why don't you read the blog and see that
I don't want to read your stupid ass blog.
Well, then you can't comment on it then? You know what I mean? Like, you can't really comment on what we've written. Because I think you'd actually go, that's pretty cool.
What small dick energy.
Listen, maybe it is cool. I could care less. I've told you my
But if you don't care, then you shouldn't have an opinion. That's what it really comes down to.
The story's already out. I don't need to reread it. They're like, what do I got to reread?
Well, can you read, mate? I can get it read for you. You listen to this. Here we go.
I first noticed him appearing alongside Delgado in photographs, luxury lifestyle posts, investor events, and social media content that projected success, confidence, and wealth. As I dug deeper into what prosecutors now allege was a cryptocurrency investment fraud involving hundreds of millions of dollars, his name continued to emerge in places I couldn't ignore.
That's right. That's the first part of it. Do you want me to carry on?
So what about my name you couldn't ignore? That I'm the fucking Orlando.
No, but you lived in the same house.
And
so let's just use the house as an example. That house keeps coming up in our investigation. Lots of companies were registered to that house address.
Yeah, but I was the first.
Did you
get it?
Yeah, I get it. But I asked you questions about it and you didn't want to answer them.
I'm being honest with you.
I'm not saying you weren't being honest, mate. I'm just saying we never got answers.
After I moved out of that house, I never received another piece of mail. Nothing. The funny story, I'll tell you exactly how I found out that he even lived there.
Thank you.
One of his girls posted flowers on the front door, and I knew immediately that this was my house. And so I write her, I said, "Is this the address?" And she said, "Yeah, how do you know?" And I said, "That's my old house."
Crazy.
And long story short, few weeks or a few months later, long story short, I was invited to the house. And that's when I told Christopher, to his face that this was my house. And I came back into the house. It was remodeled. I saw all the new stuff. And,
looks nice.
For me, I'm a person that's like, I go off of signs and things. So,
yep. So
if a guy's now living in the house that I birthed my daughter in, that I had so many good memories in,
get it?
And it was a good part of my life. I wouldn't think that would be a red flag.
Well, what about this statement then? Okay, I got a new. Yeah, okay, I get all that. All right, what about this statement then? Was your mum selling services to Chris, Goliath, and Goliath executives?
Say that again. What?
Was your mum selling services to Chris or Goliath executives? Did your mum ever sell any of the services that you talked about to Goliath executives or Christopher?
No. We didn't work with Goliath at all.
Right. All right. Well, that's good for us to know because that's the questions that we wanted to know. What's wrong of answering that?
We never sold any vacation packages to them. We didn't do anything. We did help do extra donations on the side to all of the charities that were actually, being promoted. We did our own, side things. But outside of that, this was something that I tried to use to change my life, to get away from everything, and to retire my family and not have to worry about, the hustle and the bustle.
Right.
And that's what I did for the longest, man. For a year and a half, I didn't work. I built a family. I gave a stripper the world. And when everything crumbled, everybody turned their back on me. And it is what it is. Listen, I'm not mad at nobody. You guys think I'm mad? I've got
I have
1,000 women,
though.
and I'm still rich.
I have a question.
So why? And I'm handsome.
Yeah, but you're going off target here for a minute. We just wanted to ask you some basic questions, and you haven't really helped us. But now you are, and it's probably at the end of the article. Doesn't actually paint you in a bad picture. It just tells it's like this is your life.
Well, I just want to know though if the house and Chris living at the house was the reason why he signed up and trusted Goliath. Why did he invest his money underneath Mike instead of Chris directly?
So that's a good question, but I believe at that point in time, Chris was no longer signing people up, and he forwarded me over to Michael, which was his man to sign people up at that point. And he got my account. He was
so
the
then
DPS,
he didn't really have much to do with
understanding.
you. So then you basically joined because of Chris and Mike.
No. So I'm being honest when I tell you that I only joined, okay, because of all of the big names, okay?
Yeah.
I bought Tomo out of a bad business deal with the Wolves Den, okay? That was a bad deal that he was in. I purchased him out of that deal.
What will?
He moved his investment into Goliath. I saw over about a 6-month period that he was happy with his new investment. I was now no longer happy with my investment with the Wolves Den, but he did help us out. We didn't make any money in the investment, but it was a location where we kept our cars. We had a bunch of vehicles that we're doing for the luxury rentals. So it did help us with our business. He would help, collect money or rent the cars out, clean them. So Jim, he did everything he could to try and make the deal good, but there was never any actual money on the table. And then he wound up selling my portion to David Healy, which is a big lawyer out here. I think he sold my portion for like $600,000 or something to the next guy and didn't even give me a freaking red cent on my money. Literally, not even a red cent on the money that we gave him over a 6-month period. So
what's a red cent? He explained that the other day.
Long story short, I've done investments from every single thing that you can think of, but they're all legal. The only illegal thing that I've ever
but we're not accusing you of. You keep going about illegal and illegal. We're not accusing you of actually doing anything illegal.
And I'm just letting you know, man, I'm a wave runner. Whatever I see that's making money, I try to figure it out. And if it's making good money and I think that it's legal, I'm going to run it by my lawyers, and my lawyers tell me it's good. Or if I see my lawyer standing at the fucking table with you, then I should feel really fucking good about this fucking investment.
And so maybe you need a new lawyer.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Clearly, we need. Clearly, all of Orlando needs a new lawyer, and this lawyer that's been the biggest lawyer of all lawyers, who promoted Goliath,
he didn't promote it though. He was
for what he actually really did.
He's like everyone else. I mean, this is what Christopher did. You've got to give it to Christopher. He was good at smoozing with everybody. I mean,
absolutely.
What he wanted from Mark. So I can tell you what Mark says.
I've never said anything, about Christopher's involvement. I'm not saying that he's innocent.
I'm not either. Well, I'm not. We know he's not innocent, but I can tell you that what Mark said, mate. Are you interested in saying what Mark actually said about Christopher?
Am I interested to hear what Mark said about Christopher?
Yeah. Well, so Mark has told me personally. I've talked to Mark on the phone. I've talked to Mark for hours, mate, and he said that Christopher wanted Mark's network, and that was what Mark wasn't prepared to obviously give away. So Mark has said that when Christopher, when he was getting going, he asked Christopher if he's going to be like an endorser. Like, that's what the original connection they had with Mark. Mark was basically, Christopher wanted Mark's portfolio and a stamp of approval, and they were negotiating a deal. But part of the deal was Mark wanted Christopher to show him the books, and it never happened. A few weeks went by. Mark went back to Christopher and said, show me the books. I'm not going to be part of this circus show unless you show me the books. And this is Mark's words. And then that's when Christopher got shitty with Mark. And because Mark, and that's why even Christopher now wants to throw Mark under the bus, because as soon as Mark burnt the bridges with Christopher, then Christopher went against Mark. And that's even right now with the Channel 9 stuff. Mark has been thrown under the bus. And that's why I'm not even really going after Mark. I know he's involved to a certain degree, but the truth of the matter is Christopher wouldn't show him the books. Mark said, I'm done, I'm dusted, like a lot of people who started to realise there's too many red flags, and he walked away. And ever since then, people have been accusing Mark of charging Christopher $1 million a month, I heard somebody say the other day. Mark even said that the going price for the office building that he sold, they had it independently reviewed, and it was market value. He even lessened the price that you would pay for those offices because they didn't have to involve a property lawyer. So, so now that all this real estate's moved hands, everyone's going, oh, look, $3.2 million have gone from Mark's into, another company that wasn't Goliath Ventures. It was
BD something probably.
Yeah, it was a funny Arabic name.
Yeah.
So we questioned. Yeah. So we questioned that name. We went through that name. We rang up Mark and we said, "What's the story with this transaction here? We believe that you've paid far too much. Christopher has paid far too much for this real estate. What's your side of it?" So he went through it with me. There was 50 car parks for sale. They only sold 25 to Chris because he didn't need all 50 car parks. He said he sold the other car parks to another entity. He explained it all to me. I was happy with what he said at the time. I originally started investigating Mark because Mark's name kept flying up. Mark only answered our questions, just like I gave you the choice of answering all these questions. And to be honest, mate, I've got everything documented with Mark. I don't think Mark's innocent, but I didn't see him, going out there.
Listen, D-Hack, I'm going to be honest with you, okay?
I hope so.
I don't personally believe me or Mark should be in trouble for what's going on, okay?
Who said you're in trouble?
No, hear me out. You're the person that keeps poking around thinking that every person should go to fucking prison who was involved with this thing, whether they put a post on Instagram or all the way down to, whatever. But you don't want to bring up the major people that really help facilitate this thing. And that's where I had a problem with you, okay? Because I'm telling you, and everybody's been telling you, that Christopher and all of these people could not have round up $328 million without the help of Mark Nee James and without the help of all these big people that were putting him on their platforms. And that is the truth. You can't hide the facts. And
I think that's a fair statement. And I think, if you read that blog, I haven't actually accused of anything I haven't got documented.
Because let me explain something to you really quickly, Dehek, okay? Somebody like me doesn't trust anybody. I don't even trust, my left hand doesn't trust my right hand, okay? So for me to be able to put that much money with a person, it would have to been something so strong for me to be able to do that. And it would never have been just based off of Chris or anyone that works for their company. And so for me, unfortunately, I was, again, he was my lawyer. He's got me out of trouble. I know the things that he can do.
So you're talking about Mark?
I trusted him with my life.
Are you talking about Mark?
I trust him with my money.
Are you saying Mark was your lawyer?
Yes, I've hired Mark. Mark's firm actually got me out of
see, Mark says he doesn't even know you, mate. He said,
well, Michael LaFay was my lawyer, who's under Mark Nee James, and he got me out of
when I say he knows of you, but he doesn't know you as in like your case.
Well, tell him to pull up my case when I had a freaking 20 lighter grow house in Summerport, Orlando. And there was freaking 100 and something marijuana plants to the ceiling, and we was booming.
Yeah. So Mark doesn't. He said he knows of you, but he doesn't know.
Guess what? I didn't do 1 day in jail for that because Mark made it disappear.
Yeah.
You know how he made it disappear?
I don't know. I don't do lawyer stuff. First offense.
Oh man, he was good, man. He was really good.
He's a nice fella.
He was so good.
You're nice. I'm sure you can be nice too, mate. But I mean, Mark's never called me a pedophile. Put it that way.
Listen, they were so good. They were so good that I was around the corner when I left the courtroom and I could hear the DA, they were like, "What the fuck? How did he pull that one off?"
Yeah. Yeah. Well, read the blog is all I asked you to do. I haven't, and I'm quite keen to do. I will do an article about Mark one day, but I need receipts.
Hey, real talk though, if you guys get in trouble, anything illegal, you hire Mark Nee James, you pay him at least $100,000, and he's going to make everything disappear. He has a deal with the government. They do not take his cases.
You can't say that though, mate.
They do not take his cases. They do not want the drama. They do not want the problems. They do not want the news. They do not want any involvement, and so they throw all of his cases out.
Well, that might be the case, but we need proof of that anyway.
That is definitely the case.
That makes
$100,000 to play.
Yeah.
I know the deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody in Orlando knows the deal. $100K to play, boys.
Have you put a proof of claim in for your losses so far?
Unfortunately, I had the same. We had the same accountant as Chris, and so we have now.
What you use Harry Samuels, Harry J. Samuels.
Yeah, we were using them as well as a lot of other people included. And at this point, we have filed an extension, and we will get to it at the proper times.
Did you use Nadia?
I just told you this.
No, Harry J. Samuels. Nadia works from.
We were using Nadia. I think it was.
Oh my God, mate! It's so funny for us. It's so funny.
I mean, it may be funny, but whatever.
So, what did you think of on the 3rd of September when you renamed a company, moved to Wyoming? Did you think
we filed our extension, sir?
Yeah.
That's what the fuck we did.
Good fucking hell. Oh, we would have had a good time breaking this down. You could have helped us a lot more, And I don't think you'd be disappointed with our blog.
What the fuck did you want from me? I'm a fucking.
I want you to answer my fucking questions.
Bro,
I'm investigating this.
Up the wrong fucking tree.
No, I haven't. You've got to read the blog, mate. You're like me.
Dante, you know that strippers don't actually love you, right?
Nobody's going to invest $1 million or $100,000 because YoungRich told them to, okay? My old name is.
That's not what we're accusing you of. We were asking what the question of the blog. The question says, Dante, just an investor ? Or did he help build trust?
Listen, you know
in Goliath?
People that are invested in Big Pimp is all my bitches that are now coming, and they're all flooding in, and we're about to fucking go ham, and they're all going to bring me millions of dollars.
What's a bitch
Nobody's
though?
impressed. Nobody's impressed.
We don't. We're not the people you advertise to, mate. I mean, to us, what we're trying to do is figure out. Okay, let's use Tomo as an example. Tomo spent a whole lot of money, and he spent money that isn't his into his business. If we can go after Tomo, right?
Yeah, you went after Tomo, and I'm going to tell you one thing right now.
Well, here we go.
Tomo has an amazing reputation out here.
Yep.
He has done a number of good things for the community.
Yeah.
He has.
So did Christopher.
I mean, unfortunately, yes. Now he's tied up in this situation, but do you think that he really knew that this was a Ponzi scheme?
Do you think that being on Andrew Tate's do you think being on Andrew Tate's boat is a good idea for a guy that's claiming that he's an ex-cop who's been working, not his words, but other people are saying that.
Him.
Yeah, so is Tomo a good guy? And this is why I don't think it helps you, mate, that Tomo actually endorsed Christopher more than anybody.
Possibly. I'm not going to say he has.
Protect his friends.
Yeah, and what about Steve Davis?
At the end of the day, Tomo is not an awful person.
No, nice people take nice people's money. You know what I mean? You can't just say because he's a nice guy, he's above the law.
Listen, the problem is, okay, nobody should be in trouble unless you absolutely had actual knowledge of what was going on, okay?
Okay, but here's the thing, Dante. Dante.
Institutions in this world.
That's called willful blindness. And Mark will be the first
you're
person.
missing something. You're missing that there has to be an investigation. Nobody can go to jail or be in trouble if they didn't do anything wrong, even if we accuse or write a blog.
It's called willful blindness.
Okay, then stop crying.
Agreed.
Why have you been reading
I'm not
this
crying.
whole
Who's
time?
crying? You're crying.
He's too tough to cry. He doesn't have crocodile. No, but
I'm arguing with my 12-year-old.
Oh my woman. Oh my God.
I'll shed a tear for one of my baby girls now. So, but I ain't crying for you. I can tell you that much.
Okay, well, listen to this, Dante. Willful blindness isn't going to save a lot of people who go and get investigated because they're going to say, you know, didn't you listen to the warning signs? You just can't you can't just turn a blind eye to something and go, I'm not going to investigate. I'm not going to look. It looks too good. You know, I'm just going to keep investing. Tomo.
Yeah, okay, so let me explain something to you, okay?
All right.
That's also like, it's no different than having a faith in a higher power as well.
You're going to use this in the courtroom, right?
So say if, like, for instance, say if you're a believer.
Let's say I'm a judge. No, I'm a judge. I'm being honest. I'm being honest too. Let's just say I'm a judge, Dante. Let's say I'm a judge, and you're pitching me how it goes down. You talk to me like I'm a judge.
No. Let's go back to biblical times, like with Jesus.
Don't do that.
Let's talk about.
You haven't watched Judge Judy, have you?
Let's talk about like. Let's talk about those days, like when people thought that he was an awful human being that needed to be murdered.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I'm listening. Keep educating.
That's not why they were murdering him, but anyway, continue on.
Yeah.
But do you remember those days? Or did you read it? Did you read about it?
I used to knock on people's doors.
Being a bad person, and that had nothing to do with
it. Hear me out.
Okay.
So was the 12 disciples, were they supposed to turn their back on Jesus at that time, or were they supposed to continue to keep believing in him?
I know. I got mixed up with the King Herod's men.
No, don't play stupid, okay? Were the disciples supposed to turn their back on Jesus?
Are you talking about doubting Thomas?
Were they supposed to,
they were supposed to still believe in him.
Right.
Exactly.
Blindly. So Jesus had Chris has disciples.
Okay, so if I'm a believer in God and things of these natures, right?
So you're saying you're one of Chris Delgado's disciples.
I reckon that's right. It's a cult.
I'm saying if I'm supposed to believe that this is real, right?
This is classy stuff.
No, that doesn't mean it's real. That just means you believe in it.
No, just because some shitbag like fucking the hack comes in and fucking.
Mate, the scam would have still been going if I didn't step up, mate.
Okay, prove God is real. Prove God is real. Prove God is real. Prove God is real.
Yeah.
Show me the birth certificate for Jesus.
He's gonna show you one day. You will see.
Okay. So you have to have belief.
No, you'll see.
So you have to have belief, you see. And so let's say, let me get this right. Just so I'm hearing what you're saying, Dante. Dante, what you're saying is Christopher was Jesus or God, and he had disciples that were called Tomo, Mike.
We don't jump ship just because some fucking little shit bag pedo from fucking New Zealand.
Oh, wait, we just give it up, mate. You've got no evidence of that. That makes you feel good. Climb over other people.
We wait till everything pans out.
Okay.
We wait till the
I thought we were having a good conversation here for a while.
And then we go pick up our fucking soldiers and figure out what the fuck
soldiers.
Happened. We don't. Yeah. You don't know what going into battle is like.
Boom, boom.
You've never been in a business. You've never been in a relationship. When you're with somebody, you go against whoever's coming at you and you try to figure the shit out. That's the way life works. Okay. It's called loyalty. It's called respect.
Brotherhood.
It's called honor.
Brotherhood. That's right. Goliath.
No, it's called being an idiot. It's ending up being a co-conspirator in a scam because you don't know how to do due diligence and you don't know how to read a contract.
And I didn't want to
That's
watch
what it's called.
Blogs because you don't even know how to fucking
all right, mate. Well, that's your immaturity speaking there, mate.
Big baby. You know, if Danny didn't mean nothing,
and you're going to pick up 3 prostitutes, aren't you? You're picking up a prostitute. Okay, go pick up your prostitutes, mate. Don't forget to smoke it up, bro.
Listen, and I'm going to send them
in your mum's car.
Like you're
going to pick up your prostitutes in your mum's car, and you're going to get your VIP seat that you just made up. Sounds like you're more of a predator than me, mate. Yeah, you're
we
the
didn't have to make
mate.
up anything about you. We told the truth about you. And
your internet said, because I chase down scammers, mate, and I get my smear campaign people.
It was a scammer that said that, but of course you would support
Hey, next time you're going to invest in Goliath Ventures, do a search on the internet and see what comes up. That might be a good idea too. You didn't listen to the searches on the internet when you invested. You invested. You're an idiot, mate. You didn't even read the contract. I looked at the contract and I blew this scam up. All I did is looked at the contract.
realize that it's
you're the man. You go take your 9-inch dick and get out of it, okay, mate?
Has he filed an extension?
And I know how to play the motherfucking game.
You do it, mate. It's a game. We play live. See you, mate. Go get off the phone now, Dante.
Well, he lost the game.
Yeah, I think he's lost it. Bye, Dante. Hang up, Dante. Get off my line, Dante. Don't make me hang up on you. You go away now. Drive your mummy's car and pick up your hookers. See you, Dante. Bye-bye, Dante. Hang up. Get off my phone, mate. Get off my phone.
Where do I send that?
I can't wait to see the reels coming out on your Instagram followers. Did you pay for your followers?
100,000.
Did you pay for your followers? Hey, yeah, 100,000 followers on Instagram. Did you pay for them?
I 100,000 followers.
You did. Well, you lost 4,000 last week. That tells you a lot, doesn't it? You lost 4,000 followers last week. You better buy some more.
A bunch of bullshit, and then maybe they don't like that.
Well, 4,000 followers, mate. You pay for it. You're
a fucking douche. You don't know anything about anything.
I know you're in your mummy's car. I know you're parked outside a nightclub and you're about to pick up 3 hookers and you think you're the man because you've got a 9-inch dick.
I've never done that.
Thanks for answering our questions. Let's say goodbye now. Dante.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye, Tim.
See you, Dante. We're going to hang up on you now, mate. Love you. Say hi to your hookers. Don't forget to top up mummy's car before you return it. See you. Good on.
He's a motherfucking GIM.
Oh, my God. For a minute there, I thought we were going to have a serious conversation. That was intense.
No, he keeps going back to calling you a PDF, and it's getting very frustrating, and I don't like this guy as a human being.
Oh, I think he's got his good points.
Which one is it, Danny? Is it the drug dealer? Is it the pimp part?
Okay,
is
now,
it the
I mean, he's got a pretty good body on him. He's got a pretty good body on him.
Hey,
if he didn't have his mouth open.
100,000 views.
What if he's got that small of a digger, though?
Well, I don't see a big dick there. Not that
Wait. Shh, shut up. Okay,
here we go.
This is how we get the 100,000 views. You invite him on.
Yeah.
Richard on. And our old friend Ryan. And you just let them all bicker. And you can walk away for 8 hours. You can watch
Who's Richard?
The trucker?
Oh,
your trucker friend.
Well, use Red Raptor. I mean, Red Raptor. I mean, if you said Chavis, I'd know who you're talking about. Do you think Chavis would be in a conversation like that?
You invite Ryan Connolly, that guy on, and Richard.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it?
And you watch that'd be like the most interesting conversation to me.
That was amazing,
so
though.
Susie just said something interesting. She said, my best guess after listening to this crazy is that Dante has no evidence that money came from his own bank account or crypto account to Goliath. His investment was being handled an alternative way. And I bet you it was his mommy's money.
Right on, brother. Sister. Yeah. And you know the real crazy thing about
tired. I gotta go. That stressed me out. I haven't yelled at a pimp drug dealer in 15 years, Danny.
But just remember one thing, Queen of Karma, he's a lot cooler than all of us.
Well, if you have to be a pimp drug dealer to be cool, then I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's just like we have all sorts. I reckon this day will go down as the funniest one for a long time.
Danny, listen, okay, I have a past.
Yeah.
Okay. I used to date drug dealers.
Right.
When I was younger.
Yeah. Did you grow up?
And they're all assholes.
Right.
There's not one good person that deals drugs in the entire world.
Yeah.
So just know that.
I'm no saint either, you know. I mean, we've all got a past and things we're not proud of. I mean, after being in a religious cult and getting set free, I certainly discovered alcohol in nightclubs. I woke up with people I didn't know very well. Some mornings we've done things like that, you know. And I'm like, oh my God, how do I chew off my arm and get out of the situation I'm in sometimes? I think that's all part of growing up. But if you don't learn from what you do, and it doesn't make you a better person, but if you, let's say you marinate yourself in that lifestyle and then you think that's the norm. I mean, this guy's cruising up to a nightclub, picking the girls he's allegedly picking up. And we're going to get in a car that looks pretty cool. He's going to be the man. He's got his diamond glasses on and he's driving around acting like he's somebody he wants to be. And he's going to be, you know, this is the lifestyle. I don't get this. I mean,
the sad thing is that, like I said, the women that go for men in that lifestyle are not classy women. that you would want to settle down with for your life.
And I feel
so
that
he's never going to find an actual wife that spends their whole life with him. He's already lost his baby mama, as he says.
And I think that's probably the part where he's disappointed.
Find love. He may be surrounded by women, but this man will never find real love, and he'll never find real happiness. So in that sense, you already won against him.
And it's not even a competition, but I get what you're saying that for. I mean, I don't have it, like he said to me, like, I don't care whether Chris is alive or dead. If I translated that, it means I don't have an emotional connection with Chris. It's not a pissing competition. And if at the end of the day, if Chris is alive, does it mean there's a possibility people would get their money back? No. If he died, no. So it doesn't make any difference to me.
That's all we care about is the victims and them getting some kind of justice. And honestly, if he passed away, for some of them, that might be justice.
Well,
I'm just throwing that out there. Like,
let's say
that's all we care about. So, you know,
closure.
I guess take it as you will.
Yeah, and it's like, so it's not a pissing competition, but he's immersed with those. He's been to those places, and he was literally at Mardi Gras with Christopher a week before Christopher got arrested. And
he's way more involved than he's admitting.
Well, how could you not know? Why would you turn a blind eye to what Christopher was doing in the hope that you're going to get your investment back?
I can't trust his moral compass, Danny. I can't trust it because of who he is.
Well, he doesn't know who he is.
I'm a lawyer. I got a great deal for you.
Look, shut up, lawyer. You just, you know.
All right, guys, I'm going to bed. You all have a good night. Thank you for having me.
Can you send us some pictures?
Love you. Bye.
Bye-bye. No, I didn't say that out loud. Oh, she's a darling. Well, what did he call it? Honey. She's a honey. Hey, listen here, honey.
That's like a redneck term. I
don't know. I mean, she's lucky when he called her honey. I thought, oh, here we go. But she's like, don't call me honey, honey. Not your honey. That was quite intense. So that was quite funny. I mean, I just don't get the lifestyle. We might have to change the description of what this video became. But originally we were actually going to give you a breakdown of this guy and how he was trying to hold up a certificate to be the man. And then we've gone to town on a blog. We didn't do him a song, though. But this guy probably doesn't even exist. He's probably just running out of human trafficking compound. So I might save this one for another day. And you'll probably wonder why Danny's got a thumbnail. But that was quite exhausting, and I do not feel like reading this blog out to you and recording this so I can chop up a video. But I don't know, if we had I don't know, how did everyone in the chat room feel about that? My 9 people in my chat room, because he's judging me on numbers. I will be praying for you. Are you praying for me? Oh, I appreciate you coming on and having a chat, Dante. I got his name right. Hey, isn't that funny? That part of his criticism, not that he watches my videos because I don't have enough viewers for him to be interested in what I'm doing, but he also acknowledged that I couldn't say Christopher Delgado for a long time. And even now I pronounce it, I have to say it in a certain way, Delgado, like he's Delgado, because I have to think about it before I say it. But he noticed that even though I took Christopher off the streets in my own merry way of my Avengers, that I couldn't pronounce his name. That's part of my trademark. So that's not a bad thing, isn't it? That's turning an interesting thing. But now we have to focus on, I don't know. Where did that conversation go? Did we lose it? Redemption is restoration available for all. Redemption, yeah. But these people that we talk to are exhausting, really, because what I got out of that is I couldn't say, if I said I didn't care whether Chris was alive or dead, then he turned that into the thing saying that I wishes that Chris was dead. And I go, how did you get, I don't care whether he's dead or alive, to wishing that he was dead? They just twist things, you see. Yeah, I don't know, really. But anyway, that's Dante. He came on here, made the party live. He's left, he's partying, and we are just the humble servants. I did actually like the likening of the 12 apostles, and then we had the 21 co-conspirators. And if we liken them to have been apostles, and then we liken Christopher to being Jesus, then those co-conspirators could be relabeled to disciples. And their job and their purpose was to believe whatever Chris said and have total belief in what Chris said. And maybe that's what actually happened. I mean, maybe all these victims that are now saying that they just went along with the cult leader, Christopher Delgado, and decided that it was a good idea to do whatever he said. Sort of makes me feel like that if you looked at Christopher and you said he was so powerful, he was so knowledgeable, that everything that he did was just beyond scrutiny. We didn't have to question what Christopher said, didn't have to question what he did. We just had to believe him. And that's how these scams work, isn't it? People have to have a belief. Because if you started scrutinizing them, if you use Chris's contracts like the Bible, maybe we'd come back and say, well, let's have a look at Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, there was a God. No, was that right? Yeah, in the beginning, there was a God. The Word was with God, and the God was with God. All depends what translation or what contract you've got in your hot little hand, isn't it, really? How you interpret it.
I don't get this part, though, right? He says, let's go with what he says, right? You can't read a contract or write a contract, like, but yet
the Bible.
You admit to be a drug dealer, right? At some point, you have to negotiate if you're doing drugs, right? Like, Danny, I'm going to get this much from you. You have to negotiate a price. So you have to know something about contracts and...
Well, yeah, okay. So $100,000 paid to Mark Najib's company because he did that. He knew that people would be fearful and drop the case or negotiate out of court. And so the first time he got done for drug dealing, he got out of it because he had $100,000. That's what he said, sort of.
So you have to know something about a contract. Or negotiating. It's like...
Yeah, everything's a contract. It doesn't have to be a written pages of PDFs.
Right.
To be,
like, Danny, I'm going to give you 20 coins. Okay.
Did you like my photo? Do you know that photo there is brilliant because it's got a beer and it's got Mummy Card Unlimited. It's got a necklace called YoungRich. Actually, I must give him that because I bet he'll like that. And then you've got the McLaren at his feet, piles of money. It's even got a Rolex watch, Mum's most expensive mistake, living off Mum's money, Gucci, thanks Mum. I mean, that picture is actually pretty bloody good. And I think he will like that. I'll give that to him. And it looks just like him. I'll put gift on it. So, okay. So why do these guys fling insults at me?
Because that's all they have. Because as people say, when you can't back up your statements with facts or a real timeline, rather than look like a fool, you have to sling personal assaults.
Yeah.
Like, look. When I started to ask him stuff, he doesn't know what I look like, so he couldn't sling any. That's why he ignored me, because he couldn't sling any personal insults because he doesn't know what I look like.
That's so true. And then he was fishing for information about Queen of Karma because he wanted to know what he could find to sling stuff at her with. That was the part that really, got really sad. Is like we can't talk to somebody unless we judge them.
He couldn't sling anything personal about my looks. He didn't, because I said.
And I feel like I've done
things about multiple religions.
I'm always picking on you with your six toes.
Stuff about multiple religions in my statements, so he doesn't know what religion I am or what I believe in.
Yeah.
So he's like, I don't know what to say to this guy.
Yeah. We know,
and that's why you could see every time I made a statement, he kind of just went over it, and he only directed his comments towards you and Queen.
There's a comment in the chat box there, mate. Nev says, could have mentioned the toes.
Yeah, but he didn't know that.
No, we didn't want to tell. We didn't want to give him an inch, even if your toes are an inch long each, because he would have tapered onto that and gone for that. So Susie says, "Why am I green?" She feels sick. Are you okay? Or is it? What does she mean by that? Why am I green?
She's a Martian.
Oh, that might be good. I think we need to change the photo on the back of this picture. I'm going to have to redo the whole friggin' live today. I'm not going to actually make this a live, and I'm going to save this for another day.
Which is hilarious because if you actually listen to me, I was told him you have to change his AI. Wait, so this is the guy with the AI? Or is that Mike?
No, this is another guy. This is the whole ramble was the first the AI originally. So Mike, Mike initially, the first Mike, I don't even know how to explain this, but the first guy was obviously part of Goliath Ventures as well. So that's what we did. So we focused on him first because he was a trader. You see, look at this. Now we've got a real photo. That's so cool. Look at that. It's going to be we're going to update that, and we'll make that a bigger version. There we go. Boom. Oh, that's going to be good.
But they all say the same thing. It's hilarious. It's like they go to the same scammer school and says, when Danny DeHeck, there's like a chapter on you. When he confronts you, say this.
Yeah.
Because Megan does the exact same shit.
Well, it's actually
like, how do you all say the same thing?
It is actually quite.
They all say the exact same thing.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why they have to focus on me. I mean, are you not allowed to report on people?
I mean, so the Novacast people go, well, why don't you go after the head people? And why are you going after me? It's like, because you're promoting it. I had this conversation like earlier today with somebody, and they go, well, I'm not promoting it. I'm like, and then when I confronted him because that URL scan shows the amount of traffic the affiliate link gets per day. And then he's like, oh, yeah, I am promoting it. It's like, yeah, so why do you try to lie, bro? Like, you don't think I knew the answers? I'm like, Judge Judy, I know the answers before you fucking answer. You answer the question.
So he said that he's not, what did he say? He said that he was just sharing his experience because that's what other people say.
Yeah, who does that sound like? Who does that sound like?
Well, we know exactly what it sounds like. It's Batman Earl Thinger, and also the weightlifter guy. Now, I wonder what the weightlifter guy's doing. We haven't seen him for a while, have we? Do you know what I mean?
No.
I remember him. Oh, he was cool. He became sort of
that was the car guy, right?
He was the weightlifter guy. Where are we? Slander.
Oh yeah, the fitness guy.
Yeah, he was cool. Well, he sort of he was real cool. I quite liked him actually. I wanted to keep an eye on him. I haven't seen what he's been doing lately, but he was. We turned him around. He became like an Avenger, didn't he? At the end, Wealth, Anthony Deluxe. I just wonder what he's been doing lately.
And he's getting traffic because he's authentic.
Yeah, and we didn't.
Dante, you can go look at him.
We didn't
he gets
remove
traffic,
our blogs.
and people subscribe to him, and his viewer count doesn't drop off by 4,000.
Yeah, what was his name again?
Which, if I really wanted to, I could really find out if those were bots, and I bet they were.
I think I put him into Avengers. Did I? Oh, there he is, Morris Fitness Builder. Remember him? So a year ago, no. Isn't deleted. A month ago, there he is. So he actually turned out to be really cool because he was look at that, some of his videos. So here was a guy that was trying to build a YouTube channel and he was promoting his investment. And we even got him doing a no scam t-shirt stuff. And he was talking about Celerium Life. And then he started doing one on Ice Cream Man. He's gone from 1,500 views to 62 views to 4.5 views. And he was exposing scammers. So I wonder what's happened to him. 2 months ago. So he hasn't done too much lately. Last one was Get Away With It.
He probably focusing on his actual gym stuff.
Yeah, and no one wants to care about his gym stuff because here he's got now 25 views, 100 views, 60 views in his last 3 videos. And then you go down to a month ago, 28 views. And then he's done one on BG Wealth, 2,400 views, 2.6 views. But he was cool. He actually realized what he was doing, and then he changed his spots. He even had a go at me at one stage where I was like the man they called the villains, you know. But that's what we're trying to do. You know, like he could say, look, I was stupid. I've been involved with these type of doof guys for so long, and I've made a mistake and I need to fix it up. But not this guy. He's just, he's just in it. He's stuck in it. You know what I'm
saying? They all have the same script.
Yep. Yeah, I need a picture of me.
It's the same script every single time. It's well,
okay,
you're part of one going
So I'll give you a name.
Fill in the name of the scammer here.
No, I'm thinking of Jane Gregory. You know, you think of those names, don't you? And then you think, oh, no scam.
It's like, what 5 scammers would you like to put like on stage together just to watch them duel, or in like a Survivor competition? I'd want Ryan. I'd want Dante. Larry Lane, because he would try to lie. It would be hilarious.
I mean, do we feel sorry for Dante?
No, I don't want Chavez.
I mean, is he like a lost soul? Was he like too cool to be? Is he too cool for school? That's what we used to have. I just don't know.
That would be like the we'll call it like the Scammers Gauntlet.
Like, where do we?
And just let them watch them battle. Who'd you pick? What would be your top 5 to watch? Just like battle it out on like a stage.
What do you mean? Well, I don't know. Well,
like in either.
I don't know. Well, some of them
I'd want Dante and Ryan, because it'd be your viewers would go through the roof watching those two argue or talk about stuff.
Dante and who?
Ryan Connolly.
Ryan. Why do I not know these names? My brain's not working anymore.
Ryan Connolly. Toad Boy.
Ryan Connolly. Ryan. I know. I'm trying to. Oh, yes. No, definitely got you now, mate. That's really good. Oh my God, Ryan got it. Ryan got us done for public nudity because he took his pants off. Remember that?
Could you imagine that? Ryan versus Dante? Like,
yeah, that
their
would be
talks would be like.
I feel sorry for him because I don't know if I should feel sorry for him, but you know what's going to happen to he's buggered. You know what am I trying to say? Because he's had it, isn't he? Ryan will be all full of drugs now. You know, that's going to be it. Oh, there we go. Need to put that back in there. So Ryan's going to be just full of drugs now because he was doing that toad stuff at one stage, wasn't he?
No, that cleanses you, Danny.
I'm sorry. Silly me. Goodness me. Oh, my God. Yeah. There we go. So we now got a nice background.
I should call him one day.
I'm going to rechange.
I think I have his number still.
Well, wouldn't mind.
I have his number still. It
would be quite neat to know what he's doing or what mushrooms he's frying at the moment. There we go. So we've got a nice
background.
I have his number.
Now. I think it's his roommate's number too.
Yeah. So we're going to go back to this now. So now what we're doing is we've got we'll go back to Dante and we'll update the image. I don't know how I'm going to do the. So what actually happened today? I mean, what do we do? We're live at the moment. Oh my God, we've got 44 views. That's not that many. I thought that was live. I was going to say.
But you guys start hashtagging. The key is hashtags.
I use hashtags all the time, mate. It never really worked for me.
No. You have to do like
5.
#, Dante, whatever his last name is.
Oh, I don't
think
so.
Sign,
so if Goliath Ventures. Well, I'll do that though. I've even got shortcuts.
How do you think I'm out? There's like, it's so funny that Scotty guy in Novacast, he's getting outbeat by Megan Lynch's videos.
But these guys pay for their views though because they've got dropping off. So YoungRich FX. What's FX stand for? I'm using YoungRich FX. So now I'm gonna, because I've used that, because that's what he calls himself, from FX. And then I'll do the hit.
Well, because It sounds hip.
Oh,
I'm young rich.
There we go. I need to put a no thing on it, uncut. Yeah, we should have done that first. Now we've got to do it all again.
I mean, can you pick a lame? I'm sorry, but that name is so lame.
What one? Poor little rich boy.
Young Rich.
Yeah, well, that's he's got youngrich.com, so that's going to be good.
Yeah, he's trying to like. I know he's trying to do with the SEO and stuff. You know, he's trying to. So if somebody types young or young and rich, you know,
Right.
it's probably like a common search term. You're trying to come up in the SEO.
Oh, I don't know what he's doing.
That's what he's trying to do. Because the young people type in young rich millionaire, or young rich under 30, or young rich under 20.
Hello, Pitfall. Did you not go for a W today?
And if he has any traffic whatsoever, he should come up.
Well, let's what could we explain that happened today? If I go back to Goliath, I go back to Dante, and I go, we just had right.
I would kind of like to interview Mark with him on the stage, though. It'd be kind of interesting.
Oh, that would be good. Mark probably would do that. But he did. He's helping on Mark. But eventually we will do articles on each of them. But as I said, and the fact that he hasn't read my blog, that means he should read it. Oh, good morning, Velvet. Nice to see you here. We just had an interesting experience. We started a video talking about,
and then we let them each put
day
their
traders,
evidence.
and we were going to do a video talking about my latest blog. Anyway, we got talking, the Avengers come online, and we finished up getting into a heated conversation with Dante. So now I need a new YouTube description. It was a pretty heated yelling match. We did have moments where we could actually have a conversation together. And overall, it was lots of fun. And we got to yell at each other. But it's certainly a video that a lot of people might be interested in listening to. So why don't you build me a description explaining a little bit of history of Dante and how we've even produced a lovely song about him. And then we can update the current YouTube description I have for my YouTube live. Okay, don't know. That's sort of how I sometimes talk to him. Oh, Bob's fallen off. All right, well, that's all right. We love you, Bob. See, Bob fell asleep, I think. Like I was doing last night, all you guys were up late. We just had a pretty, Velvet, you might want to go back and listen to the conversation that we just had. I'm just going to, it was pretty intense. It's actually like the calm after the storm now. But I will actually rewrite the description and I will include the article of Dante there. And I also would want to explain one interesting thing. Yes, we also gave him ample opportunity to answer lots of questions. And if you are a Dante fan, you'd probably want to watch this video. All right, so that's what we've done. So what I'm doing right now, in case you're wondering, kids, I'm going to stop my broadcast soon. But in the meantime, I'm asking ChatGPT to help me out to update the description that we currently have. And before you know it, from Goliath to Young Rich, the question that still matters. Yep, that's good. Look, it covered everything. So I'll just copy that. I will put that into another wee program I have to clean up some of the stuff that ChatGPT adds. Oh, it didn't add it this time. Oh, it might be just ready to copy. Why don't we just copy it? Now we go back to here, paste. Oop, it's too long. How long is it too long? It's 5,000 characters too long. Oh, right. We're going to grab that there. Well, 4,000 characters too long. All right, let's see if I can make it a bit smaller so it fits, or just trim it back. 2,081 characters too long. We're working on it. We're getting there, ladies and gentlemen. We want to update the title. Well, we have investigation. Dante's of the story. We went from completely off script. Dante the friend of riches. Questions that does it matter? Probably can actually take out this whole section here, and there we go. And I might even add a wee section for people who want to support the work that we do. Now I'm going to America. I've paid for my flights. I've got to get the accommodation, and I think I'll probably have to hire some protection while I'm over there. So if you want to support the work that we do, we are happy to take donations. We had a couple of donations today. People bought books that we have and the like. They really do value you having that. So what you will see now, if you go to my YouTube channel, that updates in a few seconds, we will now have a nice looking video, which I'll show in the lineup. And you can actually go to our live videos and you can actually see a new video. And we've got 9 people on here at the moment. So that's the live section. That's today's live. I'm exhausted. That was pretty much a hard thing. I don't like yelling down the phone at people, but I think overall we actually got to ask some questions. We got to see it from both people's perspective. We got some omissions that were quite interesting. Obviously, Dante didn't ever read the blog that we wrote about him. He's a bit upset. We've come up with a kick-ass song. Making everybody think you won. Rolex on the wrist, camera pointed at the right, but ask who owns the cars and suddenly... Yeah, so we got that bit of music out there. We actually got another nice song, another icon, what do we call it, banner. And we also had another heated discussion video here, which you can listen to, which you can... you keep saying Mark's the biggest promoter, right? So if you don't
it's relevant because you're saying I'm a criminal, but guess what?
Well, you are a criminal, mate, because you've spent 10 months in prison.
All of that stuff
you pleaded guilty
one day.
You pleaded guilty.
All that stuff will get expunged one day.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're living in a bit of a denial there. Hey, look, I'm Danny DeHeck. We are the Avengers. We investigate people who are running long scams. As I said, that's a pretty extensive bit of research on Dante. He's part of Operation Elephant. If you go to my Goliath link, my site's getting a denial server attack at the moment. That's why I have to have that up. It's been getting it for a while. You can come down to the part, you can watch David and Goliath, that's me. You can actually come through here and you can see that we're currently doing this thing called Operation Elephant, where we are going through each co-conspirator one at a time. And we're trying to show people the involvement that these people had with Goliath Ventures. We report the facts, we use the court documents, we use statements from people, we don't make shit up, and we tell the truth. And sometimes people like Dante don't like it. They may be living a life, but we actually are trying to build the big picture on what actually happened with Goliath Ventures and the like, because that's what we do. If you want to support me in the work I do, I am actually currently got a campaign going. You can click on support me on my website, deheck.com. When you go there, you'll see that I'm actually 15% to my goal to actually getting myself to Orlando. I've purchased my tickets. I am definitely coming now, unless the court date changes. But I do appreciate anyone that can afford to actually support me and get me over there. I've had amazing support over the last 6 months. If you don't know anything about what I've been doing, remember I've been featured in CoffeeZilla video.
Massive.
Absolutely amazing. He's had nearly, he's up to 4.2 million views over the last 2 months. He's literally just about clicking over 4.3 views. You can actually subscribe. The fact Danny kept digging. Listen to that. Look at that.
The fact that Danny kept digging while getting sued, and CoffeeZilla went as far as filing a whistleblower complaint instead of just backing down, shows what real journalism looks like.
You know, comments like that just make it all worthwhile. You know, that's what we do it for. And today, well, it's been a bit of an unusual one. Hope you've enjoyed this live. Sorry about all the yelling. I'm now going to go down to the local pub, have some nachos and a beer, and I'll probably spend the coffees that people have sent me today to say thank you for my hard work. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Danny DeHeck. We are the Avengers. If you want to hire us to do investigations, or you want to book me for some time, remember you can find all the links on deheck.com. Look forward to hearing from you. See you in the next video. We're out.